Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Outside of Mind podcast. I hope everything's going well. Looks like we had some glitching near the end of the intro, but I hope that clears up.
Seems okay now.
Okay,
It's
that's
because too
good.
many people are watching. That's where it is.
Yeah, you broke it, guys. Why'd you do that?
Oh no. In fairness, I wasn't actually anticipating so many people just tuning. I thought there'd be just like a casual few people be like, he's
Oh.
live. Let's go on for a little bit.
635? Yeah, just a couple.
It's just a few, you know. I mean, I really underestimate. Well, I guess that's the case.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Dear. So how are you guys doing? I hope everyone in the chat's doing all right. We usually do these on my second channel, but I thought since it's like the 10th stream we've done in a row in a week, I thought we'd bring it to the main channel. And I've just uploaded, obviously, my most recent video on the Lost experience.
Maybe you
talk
heard
about that
of
for a
it?
little bit. I don't know. Some people might have not. I'm not.
Oh,
entirely
Yeah,
sure.
you guys better go watch that.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah,
video.
so make sure you've seen that because I've spent a
he's
fair
got a
amount
Pretty
of
niche
time on
one.
that.
Yeah.
So it needs the help.
Really does. I was honestly not sure how that one would respond to people because
It's
it's,
like- it's
such
an
an
old-
old
Yeah.
it's an old ARG, and not many people are obviously happy with Lost to begin with because the ending is
Yeah.
very confusing for a lot of people. So I was never entirely sure if people would enjoy it or not. Because I was actually anticipating most of the top comments would be, "Too bad the ending sucked" or something like that. So it's pretty much what I was expecting. But another thing I could talk about as well that I wanted can say on this stream is the intro that I worked on. I saw a lot of people really enjoyed the intro, so I thought I could show a couple of the older examples we had from the intros, because Night Docs, he's a great YouTuber. Highly recommend you check it out. He made the intro for me. I've been speaking to him for the past couple of weeks while putting that together. We're actually also working on a collab that obviously there'll be far in the future because there's a lot of stuff to work on for that, but should be pretty entertaining. Can you, Reggie, read anything in chat, Frost? I was going to say, what is there any questions anyone's asking? Just to...
I'm not much to keep up with just yet. I don't.
Fair enough. That's fair.
Yeah, I'm keeping up with it though. It's
Yeah.
it'll slow down as we go.
Lots of
That's true.
messages.
Fair enough. I was curious to see what some people would think of kind of this new look. Can everyone see it on stream okay? Because it was glitching a little bit before it went live when we were testing it out.
Yeah.
But I assume you guys can see this in After Effects. I'm moving it slowly because, again, I don't want it to kind of...
Oh, hold
Take
on.
off.
I'll transition to get that on screen. I didn't know you were ready.
Oh, is it not on screen yet?
Yeah, it's on screen now.
Okay, fair enough. I got, obviously, my After Effects stuff set up.
Some people are mentioning the Half-Life Alex ARG that might have just started. I've seen bits of what that might be.
Do you... have you actually had a look into it? Do you know anything
Yeah,
about it?
I do know. I've seen the start of it. I don't know whether it goes anywhere. I haven't kept up with it since yesterday. I don't know whether anyone's found anything to do with it.
All right, fair enough. I have seen a few people in the comments asking me to cover that. Maybe it's worth it, but it's just recent.
Depends if
so-
it goes somewhere, really.
That's true. It's kind of like when I first found I'm Sophie. You know, a lot of people started asking me to cover her, but I couldn't straight away because I didn't feel like there was enough content to cover. But a lot seems to have happened. We actually tried to do a bit of a reaction to that last week, but obviously streams were glitching out again. Maybe it's just so many people watching YouTube.
Yeah.
Or we just got really crappy systems we need to update.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. I am Sophie actually uploaded another video, so we'll probably react to that a little bit later on in the stream as well, just to catch up with that. I'm also in the Discord for that, so hopefully we can figure out a little bit more to that. So yeah, anyway, I wanted to kind of show you guys some of the stuff that I've been working on for this video and why it took me quite a while, because I have only just kind of been working on After Effects for the past few months. I think I started obviously using it a lot more last year, but I didn't know too much about it. I kind of just learned basic effects, even getting this little thing called Motion Bro. So anyone who actually wants to start out on a YouTube channel, I highly recommend you get something like Motion Bro, because one thing, there's a lot of presets of effects that can really help you transition between pictures and videos really smoothly, and there's tons of them. But the best thing about it, let me just show you an example. If I add one to this video, just glitches out. It creates an extra little section that you can click on, and you can figure out how they did it. So not only is the preset there, but you can also learn how you did it, so you can do it manually and edit it and tweak it yourself, which I found really cool. Really cool. Sorry, stuttering a little bit. But yeah, I'll get rid of this. I've also obviously decided to start learning about cameras and 3D rooms, and I've figured out recently that you can obviously move shit around on on screen, so you can create like a little 3D room. I think that's something that Nightmind does. I don't know if any of you guys watch Nightmind, but he seems to do. He seems to have like his own little room where he pans to when he's talking about different things, and I think
he does have that, doesn't he? He's got like his little TV thing.
Yeah, and I obviously just recently started understanding this whole thing, so I've kind of been learning how to do it, and obviously I'm thinking of probably creating my own little 3D room. So if I could probably try and demonstrate, but I'm a little bit too zoomed in there. But I'm trying to. You can move these backwards. No, I'll probably do it another time, but I'm messing it up because I'm just literally just experimenting with it now. I probably should have done it before the stream started, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, I'll talk about some of the intro stuff because I think they'd be kind of cool. You've got the sound, haven't you, Eric, on your side of things? And we'll play you some of the original stuff that I was listening to and putting together before we actually got the original intro all sorted. It should be on Google Drive, Eric. Have you got that?
Yes, I did.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So if you go there, I should have them all in the correct order for you to play them. So the first one should be just titled 0 because it is 0. But this is actually a stock music, I believe, that was on something called Epidemic Sound. And I just kind of liked the sound of it. Make sure it's not too loud, Eric, as well, because like that last time, it went insanely loud.
Bless you.
Sorry about that. Let's see here. I just have to stop some sound and then turn up others to about 35. Should be loud enough for everyone. So you want 0?
Yeah, play 0, so people can actually just play the first 40 seconds, because that's the part that I listened to, and I kind of wanted a theme tune, something similar to that. And I think if people listen to it, probably it fits. Also check to make sure it's not too loud for the chat.
Yeah. Is that too loud, chat? Let us know.
Yeah, make sure the chat
Fix it. Although, if it's so loud you can't hear what we're saying.
I'm gonna get the chat out just in case. Very much there. That's where it kind of. So that first 40 seconds. That first 40 seconds is what I heard when I was just kind of looking for music. And I pretty much obviously wanted to build something around it, but I didn't just want to stock. I just didn't want stock music just to be my intro. I wanted like my own original one. And I was speaking to Night Docs, I think it was on Discord, and we were probably working on a collab at that time, but he was showing me a clip of his recent video, which was to do with the mysterious feet that were washed up on shore. Again, another video worth watching if you haven't seen that already. And he showed me like the introduction and some of the other things that he was working on. And he said he made the music himself. And I thought it was really cool because it just sounded like the usual music that you would hear in like a documentary or just any kind of video you'd stumble upon. And it was really good. So I kind of dropped the idea. I was like, look, dude, if you want to kind of make my own intro, please, I'd really appreciate it.
Do it, please.
You know, just like really childish, like, you know, guys, if you just want to make one for me, I wouldn't mind it.
I wouldn't be offended. It'd be pretty cool.
So he was like, yeah, dude, of course. And I think if you go to, I've titled it 1, obviously, because it's the next one. But this is kind of what he had an idea after I showed him the music. And if you play it, I'll obviously give a listen to it, but I can't quite remember what my thoughts were on it because I haven't listened to it to myself in a while. So give it a play.
People are saying it was a bit too loud last time, by the way.
Yeah,
so
turn it down.
just
So.
turn it out a bit. They said a little too loud.
A little.
So don't worry, chat. I see you.
It's too loud, someone said. But that could be like
said
a
it's
chat.
better volume. That could be an anomaly. Someone else said it's better volume. I think it's probably
Alright.
okay now. It's probably fine.
Oh, man.
People saying it's a bop. What was this one?
This was the original what Night Dogs have come up with.
Oh,
You can pause it now, Eric. But yeah,
that was
this,
Night Dog's original.
This was what he kind of came up with after he heard that song, and I liked it, but I felt it needed it didn't feel like it was something that would grab me if I started playing it at the start of something. It felt a little too casual. So I kind of wanted it to feel a little bit more mysterious in a sense.
Okay, I just listened to the stream. It should be fine.
Yeah,
It's
like,
pretty
there was
close
no
to our
details.
level, so we should be heard above the music.
Right. Okay. So we can actually talk over the music.
Yes.
Fair enough. So another thing I obviously wanted to say. So I kind of said, it seemed a bit too casual, and then he sent me a revised version of the original stock music. So if you want to play that number 2, Eric, that should be it. I hope I've labeled it right. Anyway, so
I was about to find out.
yeah, this was it. This was basically he just tried to recreate it just to kind of get a feel of it. And to be honest, I felt like this actually sounded better than the original because it I don't know, it just felt. I still quite like this one, even though he said it was just literally just copied it from the. It's that part that I quite like. That little high pitch at the end.
That got replaced by like a pseudo vocals kind of thing, didn't it?
Yeah, and he was like, "I'm gonna add to it another time," but someone likes those things by the sounds of it. But I said that's actually better than the original. He says, yeah, that's I'll obviously get work onto something similar to that, dude. But he was thinking it should be a bit more dramatic because he feels that some of my videos can be quite big and spectacle cinematic in a way. So he sent me another version that was completely different to the original one, which is this one that we're about to play now. I don't think I've actually played this to you guys. Eric, if you actually play this one, and you can obviously tell me if you've actually heard this one before. But
So this version isn't.
this one
final
isn't
version.
actually. This isn't the final version, but he kind of said halfway through the production that he was like, I feel it'd be a bit more. This would be a bit more fitting to you, and so a bit more dramatic
Okay.
rather than the kind of playful one that we ended up with. So, Eric, if you want to play that, hopefully it's the right one. Again, he just kind of put this together quite quickly of an idea he had.
Certainly, he's a lot less happy.
Yeah, well, his idea is obviously it was a lot more. He believes my stuff is a lot more dramatic, so he felt that would be much more fitting for my kind of stuff. Which I get that, but one of the points I was wanting to make was that sometimes I like to make a bit more happier music, happier topics. So having that as my main intro probably wouldn't be fitting for everything I cover.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it fitting maybe the Lost Experience one that I just did, but I can see a lot of the other topics I have in future probably not so much. I still think it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I don't think you've played that one for us before, so.
Haven't?
Yeah,
All right,
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
What did you guys actually think of that one?
Pretty
Curious.
dramatic. I think it would
Yeah, it's
work
a lot more
for one of
serious.
your
Dramatic.
more serious videos or more like
Yeah.
in depth.
I
Kind of
could
like
see, yeah.
the 3-parters, 2-parters, those kind of videos.
Someone said this isn't as bopping. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's not
Bam,
it's not
bam,
a bot,
bam,
but
bam.
I don't think it's supposed to be a bot.
No, it's not supposed
It's a
to
different
be a bop.
it's a different kind of song.
But
Yeah.
I kind of wanted a bop. That's what
I want it.
I wanted a bop. Oh dear.
That's like all
Oh,
mystery.
someone actually said they personally like that better.
Yeah.
It's simple, dramatic. What if it was higher pitch? Oh, that's fair.
I kind of like
I
the
could-
deepness of it. Like the
It's
tone
nice,
sounds
but
good.
but again, I feel like it's not.
I think they're so different. You can't really
It's hard to
compare them.
compare, isn't it?
So,
But
Mhm.
like which one's better.
why? I'm not comparing which one's better. I'm comparing which one I think would fit for
Yeah.
the channel itself. I think, as in, for any kind of topic I cover, I want it to feel like, it's kind of when you hear it, you're like, oh, that's inside of mind,
Mm.
so to speak. And it doesn't matter what the topic actually is when you hear it. You're just hyped for the topic. Whereas I think if I did, like a lot more lighthearted stuff and I had that playing, I don't think it would
Yeah.
fit as well. But he actually did make a fair point. Like, there's not many times I actually do make lighthearted topics. So, but I was like, there could be an odd
You've done a
chance I
couple,
do.
haven't you?
Looking at all your videos, you're pretty sad, dude. So just making
just
a song that
I'm just
fits.
a depressed, edgy kid.
I wouldn't call them all like
Stuff together.
deadly serious either, though.
No, well,
Yeah.
I always feel like I haven't really taken everything 100% serious. I feel like I've always had a sarcastic comment in there. Maybe it's flown over most people's heads. Might have even flown over your guys' heads, but I tend to make a sarcastic comment somewhere in most of my videos. So I never take everything 100% seriously. So the last one is obviously the original that got played in the I think it is anyway. So if you guys want to play that, you can. That's the final outcome that we got in the end, so to speak. You rickrolled us. So we're just. There we go. Someone, I just saw a comment. Someone said that they're now addicted to DJ Dan because of
I
this.
saw that as well. Yeah.
Oh my god. I apologize.
Yeah.
So that's probably going to be a theme song that will probably drive people insane after a while, and then they'll have to change it. But at the moment, everyone likes it, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's all positive feedback right now.
That never
Oh,
happened.
dear.
Pretend that never happened.
Yeah, what
Playing
is that?
different music, Eric. Disappointing.
He's playing his own
it's
theme
it's
tune,
our
what is it?
background music. We have
Yeah.
background music. Always.
Oh, someone said, bro, I was literally just binging your channel while fixing my. All right, okay, fair enough.
Well, now you get to see the actual people live and unloaded.
Yeah. Oh, for anyone who actually doesn't know, Looney Turtle Eric, who is
Hi.
obviously monitoring this stream right now, he is my voice actor. He appears in most of my videos. He's the guy that reads out quotes and stuff like that. I have other people as well. The last experience I had, Kennedy Ray and my brother Cameron Foster. Kennedy has her own YouTube channel. She voiced Persephone, and Rachel Blake, same person, but two different characters at the time. So highly recommend you check out Creepy Bunny. She was so lovely about it. I obviously reached out to her asking, I was like, is it cool if you can obviously voice these characters? Because as much as I like to get Eric to play the voices of female characters, I kind of want an actual female voice actor for this one. And she was like, yeah, I'm totally down for it. Thanks so much. So really, really lovely. Highly recommend you check her out if you haven't already. She does similar stuff to me, so just want to obviously say that. And my brother as well, he doesn't have a YouTube channel. Maybe he'll have one in future. Actually, I could ask you guys that. What would you think would be good for someone who likes musical theatre, wants to be kind of an actor in that performing arts area? Do you think there's anything he could do on YouTube, because he's actually wanting to start a YouTube channel, and I'm not sure what to suggest. It's something I've been thinking, because the areas that I cover are like a completely different area to him. So I'd be curious to see if anyone has any ideas of what would work for someone who has an interest in musical theatre and performing arts, loves singing. He is in London as well, usually. Obviously, not right now. He's back home because of the whole situation that's going on. But when he is, he's usually going to be down in London. He's going for auditions. Do you think a vlog style channel would work for that? Or do you think there'd be like a.
Well, it depends.
I don't know. What other kind of stuff?
What does he like to watch on YouTube? Like, what's kind of.
He doesn't watch much YouTube, to be honest. That's the thing.
Yeah.
But he's wanting to start something like that. I feel like actually that'd be a good thing. What do you think I could suggest to him? Like actual YouTube channels that do similar those things, because I think there's a lot of channels out there that he would actually enjoy. It's just he obviously never gets around to actually watching them.
Sorry, I kind of missed most of that. What type of channels for who?
His
What were you
brother.
doing?
I
Yeah,
w-
for
I
my
w-
brother.
I was listening to the audio, making sure the levels were good. Your brother for
Right.
voice acting, or what does he want to get into?
My brother is wanting to get into musical theatre and stuff like that, and he goes for auditions in London. He lives down London, and he does a lot. That's kind of his lifestyle. He has a few part-time jobs he goes to obviously pay for the rent where he lives. But he's wanting to start his own YouTube channel, but he's not quite sure what exactly would be a good place to start. I'm not entirely sure either, because I do a completely different subject to him. You know,
Yeah.
I obviously covered like a more internet stuff, whereas he is in a completely different field in a sense.
I think he
Um,
could look at some YouTubers who appear to have experience in musical theater, like Thomas Sanders, I think is his name, the Vine star that is now on YouTube and does a lot of skits.
Yes.
Thomas Sang. Oh yeah, yes. He's actually that's a very good person to
Yeah,
promote
yeah,
it's a
the show.
surprisingly good suggestion. I think.
His
I was literally
YouTube
just about to
channel,
ask you.
yeah, his YouTube channel has been very, very good at mixing both his Vine experience and his musical theater experience into a YouTube channel. So
Mhm.
maybe that could be something your brother could look at and be like, okay, so this is what they did. What if I tried this? You know, mix and
Yeah,
match
well, that-
kind of ideas.
That was one of the things I was wanting to actually ask you guys. Was obviously, are there any channels out there that will probably be good to kind of show him that you'd think he'd probably enjoy and also be able to take notes from, because he could probably work on a YouTube channel himself.
Yeah. Thomas
So
Sanders is
that's-
the main one that comes to mind for me.
Yeah.
But
If there's
look
anyone
through
listening in
some.
chat that has any suggestions, then feel free to let me know. I'd be totally down for it. Another thing I want to actually do today as well is I tweeted you guys. I put out a tweet and said, "Give us some would you rather's, and we'll play them on stream, because we're here to entertain you while you guys are indoors, and me and Eric and Frost are indoors as well." I haven't introduced Frost. I talked about Looney, and then I just completely glossed over
We
Frost.
talked about
You
your brother. We
are-
went on a tangent.
You are my research team. My entire research team. Just
Yeah, there was like a comment on your your video that was like, he's got a research team, but it's like
It's just
this
one
is-
guy.
it's just
This is
me.
this is the whole team over there.
What?
There was more people, but like Frost said, we don't.
Yeah,
we
they
don't
all
talk about
died in the great incident, but we don't talk about it.
We don't talk about.
Yeah, the
great
number one rule of Inside of Mind's research team is don't talk about Inside of Mind's research team.
JB streams. Hey, Night Ducks is a. I think that's it. Night Ducks. Yes,
Yeah.
I do stream Night Ducks. I stream
Every week over on
Saturday.
Outside of Mind.
That's
Behind the
mind.
Mind.
now.
Behind the Mind.
Ah,
No, Outside of Mind podcast. Nah, I saved it.
Outside the Mind
It's not a podcast.
Is
It's
this
a
a
live
podcast?
stream.
It's kind of
guess-
it's kind of both.
Well,
It's
we
a
do-
live stream.
We do talk a lot in these. So
But yeah, that's how you do. You just talk shit for like a couple of hours and
Yeah.
then say bye bye.
bye bye.
How it all works.
Yeah.
Anyway, I got my tweet up here. I guess give us some would you rather questions and we'll play them on stream tonight. See if there's any good ones. And literally the first one at the top just says, "Would you have dicks for fingers or testicles for toes?" So, go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Which one would you rather have?
Definitely the fingers. right?
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I'd say fingers because I cannot tell you how many times I have stubbed my toe. So
Exactly.
Well,
that would
that's,
not be a good experience at
Hazard
all.
level has increased dramatically.
Yeah, but
At least
I
with
don't know,
the
because with-
fingers, I could be like, oh, this is nothing. Don't worry about it.
yeah, but with testicles for toes, I guess you could cover them up. Whereas dicks for fingers. Have you seen the image that they showed you? That what you would have on your hands?
No,
Yes,
I
I'm
don't know.
looking
Okay.
at it right now.
Yeah, I was
Can-
gonna say I've
can
got it up
we-
on my screen.
Can we share that on
Oh, no.
YouTube? I don't think
Well,
I'm.
let's find out. If I'm banned tomorrow, I'll blame you.
let's not find it.
I'm just gonna avoid sharing that one on
We'll put
stream.
Put a disclaimer. All right,
Yeah,
put a
'cause-
disclaimer.
'cause
Guys,
I
what I'm about to
haven't-
show you is something interesting.
If
I
you
tell you what,
if you want me to, I will show it. But I'm iffy on
Do
putting
not
that
show
up.
that image.
Uh,
Fine.
you
I
can
won't show
find it
Okay.
over on Twitter.
I will tweet it out instead. There you go. I will
I'm
tweet it
looking
out.
at
You're
it, and I'm
happy.
saying no.
Okay. 'cause- yeah.
Have you changed your thought on whether you would have dicks for fingers or
No,
testicles for
I'm-
toes yet?
I'm saying
I made my
exactly
decision
what I am.
after
You're
looking
staying
at
firm
that.
in the ground. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to stub my toe.
I don't know. I'd just be like really cautious about. It's harder to stub your toe when
You
it's
can't-
just 'cause-
You can't do it.
Yeah,
forever.
but Jamie, I'm
You can't-
irresponsible.
All right, fine. I don't know. I would say the other one. I'd say testicles for toes. I'd just be like super duper careful. I wouldn't really want
Okay.
my hands to be dicks. It's not. I wouldn't want that. They look horrible.
Night Doc says I have a voice of a god. It's great. Hey, I'm glad you noticed.
Hey, there you go.
Gods sound
Getting
very regal this way.
some recognition.
Oh, you should have
Do
been
your
here
deep narrator voice,
earlier.
Eric. Go on, show off.
In a world.
No, I'm not ready yet.
You were close.
Oh.
I thought that was good. Read out some of the chat questions
Oh,
in the
okay.
deep narrator voice.
Ah,
That's better.
here we go. Well, just dropped in. Have a nice day. There's a scary Instagram account you should check called The Dark Ploragame? I
Explorer
don't know.
game.
Explorer game.
Wait, what?
Sorry, I'm bad at
Oh,
breaking
Yes,
up words.
The Dark Explorer game.
The Dark
Ah,
Explorer game.
yes.
Might have to leave a note of that and check it out.
That sounds dark and
Yeah,
It
and
sounds dark.
it sounds
Really
like you
cool.
can explore. It's pretty cool.
oh,
Wow.
So what's the
Maybe it's
next
them,
would
they
you
just-
rather?
Oh yeah, sorry.
We were playing a
Bit
game.
sidetracked. If you guys have any questions in chat, feel free to look. We'll answer them in between these would you rather's. Let's see what else we got. Okay, would you rather have the last roll of toilet paper or the last bottle of hand sanitizer? Wow.
I've
Relevant
got a good
question.
stock of toilet
What was it?
paper, just because we
Would
have
you
a big
rather have the
family.
last roll of toilet paper or the last bottle of hand sanitizer? A
Toilet
very
roll,
important
obviously.
question, obviously.
Yeah, toilet paper usually lasts us a good month or two, so I'd say hand sanitizer, because yeah.
I was gonna say hand sanitizer. I mean, toilet roll. It doesn't have to have toilet roll to survive. There's the shower. There's other things you can use.
Yeah,
Just saying.
you could
not-
get one of
not
those
the
butt
brown
sprays.
water curse.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
It exists.
What else have we got? So someone asked me a relevant question to Inside Mind. Would you rather find Satoshi or gain 50k subscribers? I would rather find Satoshi because then that would be a great video, I think. Because the
Yeah,
one
and you
thing
gain
that I'm
50k subscribers anyway then.
Yeah. Jamie's
Maybe,
already
yes.
at 50k, so I'd like that second one.
No, but I think it'd be the one thing that I'm disappointed with the Find Satoshi video is the fact that we couldn't find him. That's the only down. I would love to have had like the extra part at the end saying we found him. Look at that end of the video. I thought that'd be like a nice conclusion of a mystery being solved. But I would actually rather have Find Satoshi
Hmm.
because I think that'd be like a nice complete video. Whereas the one I have right now, it kind of leaves it open ended, which I don't always like, but I still find the topic super fascinating, and that's why I took over. Someone's Night Docs is shouting please to you, Eric. I don't know what you've done.
Yeah, I'm
What
kind of
did you do?
confused there. I went earlier in the chat and I was like, what are you pleasing?
Oh.
So I'm confused.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What
So-
else?
Rolling up.
Yeah. What other ones you got here? that I don't
Would you
dare
rather
show on
own
screen.
Sony?
You've still
Would you
got
rather
it
own
there.
Would
Go
you would you rather own Sony or Warner Bros?
My name's
Which
the
property would you
Looney Turtle, so
You
Yeah,
want
that makes
Looney
sense.
Tunes.
so you
Alright.
can probably guess what I want.
That's fair. What else? have we
Warner
got?
Bros.
Would you rather get 1 million views on every single video you've created, or get 10 million subscribers? I think that's kind of a given. 1 million views on every single video you've created. Does that like mean you wouldn't get any more? That once it hits a million, that's it. No one watches it anymore.
Even all your private videos and unlisted
even
videos.
even though your private videos, just I don't know. Actually, I'm confused now. I don't quite know the boundaries to that or the rules. I should have established that. Someone the YouTube channel This Is Useless just asked, what is your favorite project to have worked on? I actually really enjoyed the latest video just because it's just some brand new stuff that I haven't done before. A good thing, if anyone is actually planning to go into YouTube or make their own YouTube channel, highly recommend you get Storyblocks, because Storyblocks is actually much better than I thought it was, because I have just recently discovered that it is a stock footage website, but it also has a section for After Effects templates that you can customize completely yourself, and I think it's amazing. Like the TV, let me go back to
I'm gonna wait for your
My old-
stream to clear up before
Ye-
I put it on.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Going
what-
crazy
I'm
right now.
still needing to undo a few things just to get back to the normal thing first.
Goodness,
So let me just
it's just
Hold
really
on, let me-
glitching out right now.
We're entering a whole new dimension over here.
let me play a video to make sure it actually plays first. It might not actually work if I play the video. It might just glitch.
Night Dog says, Storyblocks ruined me. Everyone uses the same footage. Haha.
Yes, but Storyblocks now can actually you can just get the After Effects templates and remake your own stuff.
Yeah, Night Dog says, I've started using the After Effects templates too.
Yeah, they're really cool.
Cheaters.
So, is the stream actually okay now on my screen?
Yeah, it kind of looks fine.
let's have a look.
Try playing it. Let me see. Oh,
yeah,
actually,
we'll see what
let's-
happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
It hasn't exploded yet.
So it's not good then.
It's
I
a
assume.
little glitchy, but it's fine. Full screen it.
Full screen it.
Yeah. All right, and transition.
Oh, I didn't realize you could. No, I was just obviously going to show that this is like one of the After Effects templates because it has the TV and zooming in.
Yeah, is
then-
that the TV from your video then?
Yeah. This
Same
is the before. This is the After Effects template that is on Storyblocks. It even has the picture of Storyblocks there. But then in After Effects, this is the final outcome I had. I've pretty much changed everything
Yeah.
except for the TV.
Very customizable.
Yeah, it's really customizable, and even the lighting you can change. I've obviously been experimenting with the turning it up and down. I did it with I don't think I have it on here, but if you actually go to, I think it's 2 minutes and 15 seconds in the video, I actually have a frame of the Lost channel and the Hanzo Foundation picture together, and I put a red circle around one. And each one I talk about, I shine the light on that one and then move it to the other, which I think is a really cool.
Farewell,
effect
Night
that I've been
Dogs.
experimenting with.
Before
Night
he
Dogs is off.
disappears.
See you guys later.
Goodbye.
So yeah, do you want to take my screen off before I open the Would You Rathers, just so I don't get demonetized?
Okay,
Since-
we're good.
Since you don't believe it's gonna happen. Oh, Night Dogs is editing, so that's gonna be interesting. 24-hour marathon. You should stream.
Yeah,
Alex
stream
Vale
it.
says, do you have any plans for April Fools? Not Fools. Fools.
I don't, unfortunately. I mean, I keep saying I should, because I have like all these plans that I want to do, because I think they'll be really good, but I just never get round to them until like the last minute, and I don't want to be like, rushing off of this stuff, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're not there yet.
The last one I did was really good, but it was like
Yeah.
2 years ago now.
Yeah, that was a pretty
I
good
want
one.
Something like that, because something like that, people watch it all the way to the end and then realize they got fooled.
Yeah.
I want to do something like that, but at the same time, I also want to make like a 3-hour ridiculous nonsense video that makes no sense, but obviously no one's gonna watch that because they're gonna figure out that it's fake like halfway through. Not even halfway through, like the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, you.
So I need to find that balance where I can get people to watch it all, and then I just like, oh, by the way, April Fools. There you go. You just wasted like 15 minutes of your time. Well done.
Just try and make a very, very deep investigation like you did with the other one.
How to Basic. How to
Yeah.
Basic was perfect because at the time that's what everyone was looking for. They found out that there was codes in there, and 6 minutes as well. It's not too long for people to kind of start questioning it.
Yeah.
I think if I'd have made it to 10 minutes, made it a 10-minute to 15-minute video, people would have been started catching on a little bit sooner. But also, if I made it to 10 minutes, I think I would have gotten a lot more shit because obviously 10-minute mark is the thing like, oh, obligatory 10 minutes. He's done it to make more money. That was one of the reasons why I didn't want to make it 10. I actually wanted
Yeah.
to make it as short as possible, if I'm honest, because anything that is under, because then people can't make that argument against me. I'd be like, ha, see? I mean, still made 2 million views, but that's besides the point.
Yeah. Still tricked all
Uh,
y'all, but.
Oh man, yeah. Anyway, what we got for a would you rather? Is there any other good ones? I'm sure there is a few others.
Would you rather
Um,
have a glitched stream or a crystal clear one?
Very-
I'm
it's a
trying
very
to
good would you
trying to
rather.
spy on his desktop, but it keeps glitching out. Like, hold on, I'm gonna show stream this. Look at that! Look at that!
What's the
It's
problem?
a mess.
All right. Would you rather have nails instead of hair or hair instead of nails?
Have what?
Nails instead of
Ew.
hair or hair instead of nails. So basically you'd have nails where your fingers are. Or you'd have
I
Nails
guess
on your
hair
head.
for nails.
I
Because
guess
then I
it-
could,
'cause you
like,
could
rather
cut
than
them.
having to get the
Imagine.
clippers out and clipping, I just and it's cut.
I don't want to live in this horrible world.
I don't
Plus,
want to
imagine
live this
you
world
actually had-
anymore.
I've created that image in your head of just a guy with nails on his head. Just
Yeah.
like grow.
Hair for
You'd have
nails
to
is
cut that as
not-
well, wouldn't you? So that'd be painful.
Kind of reminds me of
Cool.
that one horror villain that's actually got like Pinhead. That's his name.
Pinhead.
Oh yeah.
That's the
Maybe.
first image that comes to mind.
Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always 20 minutes early? I'm always 10 minutes late as it is, so I guess that doesn't make a difference to me.
Since I'm already
20
10
minutes
minutes
early.
late, I'd go 20 minutes early.
Would you rather ban your entire stream or make everyone mod? I would make everyone mod just to see what happens.
I would
I'd
make
be absolutely.
I would make everyone mod because when everybody's super,
Yeah,
No
that's
one
exactly
will
what
be.
I was thinking. Literally, I was gonna quote that if you weren't. So
yeah. But I beat you to the punch. Cha.
Would you rather have super sight but never be able to hear, or have super hearing but never be able to see?
Huh. Hearing. I'd go hearing.
Hmm.
Because it helps
Wait.
with the voices.
So you would have super hearing.
Yes.
I guess if you're a voice actor, that you have to.
Yeah, because then I can be like, oh, that sounds terrible.
I guess.
Rather than
I'd
just
be-
assuming I'm amazing.
I'd probably have. I'd probably have super sight. Just I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel
Because
like I
you
don't
work
know
in
if
a
I
very
could go
visual
through-
field, so.
I guess, but I don't know. I don't think I could go my whole life without not being able to see stuff. I guess I'd sacrifice hearing over sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, there we go. Is there any questions in chat that's popped up while I look for others?
Super hearing because echolocation, which I've.
That's true. You could create your own.
Bah! Just do that every time you enter a room.
Bah!
Bah! Okay, there I am.
Just start shouting. That's
Bah!
where I am, and that's where all you are.
Yeah,
You wouldn't even need to do that, I guess, with super hearing. But
because
Wouldn't
you'd even hear
everything,
the
be super
shifting of
loud
the
to
air.
you, though? I don't know.
Ooh.
Someone said, "Would you rather hack the government or let your mum look at your history?"
Hack the government.
Do I get like arrested for hacking the government? And, like putting.
Oh
Put
yeah,
in
there's
jail.
there's
that's
no
the risk.
stipulation there.
Well, no, I could hack the government and 100% get away with it.
Yeah. I mean,
Would
have
you
you, have
rather
you
be an
seen
AI?
spy movies?
Reality. Because in this reality where I'm intelligent enough to hack the government, and I'm probably intelligent enough to
escape it
cover
as
my
well.
tracks.
Yeah.
There's always that risk though, so you never know.
You never
guess
know.
that's
You're
it.
going to jail,
Having said
Frost.
that, I would probably choose that as well.
Yeah.
Plus, that's awesome. I mean, why not?
Someone said, how many total types of ARGs do you know of? Whether Twitter accounts, Roblox myths, or just online
yes.
mysteries
All
from
the
long
Roblox
ago?
myths.
I mean,
You
Roblox
gotta,
myths,
you
what
gotta.
what
you're
an
gonna need a longer
example.
list.
I know tons, honestly.
Yeah,
There's-
if
I
it can
mean-
be done, it's been done.
a lot of the times that tends to be the case. There's so many though. I mean,
We're still waiting on the TikTok ARG of our dreams.
I don't. There's a lot of people who've said there's been good TikTok ARGs. I get shared
Okay.
TikTok ARGs. I think every day. There's always something new that people are finding. I've noticed that TikTok is slowly getting better. I mean, a lot of people still shit on it now, but I think there's a lot more creative people there. There's
Especially
have you
with
guys
this shutdown.
Yeah, well, have you guys ever heard of that White Rabbit account? Because that's I've got messaged that quite a few times, but it's not
White
an
Rabbit?
ARG. Yeah, I think it's called White Rabbit. I hope I've got it right now. But it's people have thought it was an ARG and they've been sending me it, but it's it says in the description that it's opening to stories, to like mystery stories. So each new upload is a different opening to a story. And that just kind of ends there. And it's quite cleverly made as well. There's a few different things that are interesting. I actually do wish they could tell their stories from beginning to end because the opening is really intriguing. But yeah, that's an interesting one. I highly recommend people check out if they haven't seen it already. It's definitely a good one. Someone said, "Do you worship the one and only Morgan Freeman?" Of course. Why wouldn't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Read the chat
Well-
in Morgan Freeman's voice, Eric, while I look for a would you rather.
Are you there? Are there TikTok ARGs? Wait. God dang it, it's moving too fast.
Well,
Wait,
just move
TikTok
up,
has
'cause
an
then it stops moving
ARG.
down.
I know.
Yeah, there are quite a
This,
few would you rathers.
this is for.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of would you rather's. I'm just trying to see if there's any decent
This
ones.
is for the
Mm.
Looney Turtle. Would you rather give up YouTube or give up being a friend of Inside a Mind?
Obviously,
Oh.
the second one.
What?
I mean, first. I mean, I've already kind of given up YouTube and maintained the friendship with Inside of Mind. So is that a question or just a statement?
You should go back to YouTube, Eric. Why not? Oh, hang on. Would you rather live in the Marvel universe as a mutant or the DC universe in Gotham? There we go. What would you guys choose?
Why would you live in Gotham?
Well,
that's like the
there's
highest
no-
crime rate ever or something. Right?
Well, yeah, but that's
All the
we're not
worst people in
asking
the
for
world.
logic here. We're asking for which one would you rather?
Like a bunch of insane people. I don't think I want to live there.
Oh my god.
I'd
I
rather
think-
be a mutant, which
be
is a good
discriminated.
thing, right? I mean,
Well, it is, but there's people hate you in that world.
Yeah,
that's
people
that's
hate
the whole
you, but
Yeah, that's. I would rather be a mutant, of course. That's the dilemma it's supposed to be. That's.
it's not much of a dilemma.
Damn, he just got shot down, dude. I'm sorry, Zach. It's alright.
I'm sorry.
Would you rather never play video games again, or never be able to make videos again?
I don't play video games, so
Well, that's
Not
a
really
tough
a
one, 'cause
choice.
I like both of those. I don't.
I've
I don't know
only
which one
ever
I would want to choose.
I've only ever beaten 2 games: Minecraft and Drawn to Life.
Can you beat mine?
Drawn to Life.
Yeah,
that's a
it's
throwback.
the you beat the Ender Dragon. That's beating Minecraft.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Yeah.
Technically.
It's just
Says
like
the
a game
end.
could go on. It does, doesn't it? I guess you're right.
Yeah, it literally rolls credits afterwards. So
Yes.
Oh man. Yeah,
What video games do you play then, Jimmy?
me, I've
Yeah.
I'm a mixture, to be honest. I was recently replaying the Crash Bandicoot games. I have played FIFA a lot, Fallout, and obviously Minecraft. I guess I guess could say that as well.
That counts.
So, but the thing is, after I've made a video, I tend to play games afterwards. So it's like I enjoy both of them, but if I gave up one of them, I don't know. I'd feel probably lost without the other because I like to create stuff. I like to create and tell these stories. But then when I'm relaxing after it's done, I like to play a game. I don't know which one I would give up. What if
Frost,
I
are
made,
you
like-
switching things up over there?
Yeah, I am. I mean, but I definitely don't play any video games at all.
Actually, my brother's been playing Animal Crossing a lot lately. Like he likes to take it slow, so he's going through the dailies rather than waiting for the next day because it's a time-based game. Like you log in and it's 4:31 in the game, rather than like you get to go through days as fast as Minecraft. No, this is actual real-time game time.
Can someone actually tell me what Animal Crossing is? Because it's filled up my Twitter feed and I've never played it.
Okay, Frost,
So,
you've
That was
played
always
it.
on my Switch. Yeah.
You've played it, so please explain, because I don't fully understand what Animal Crossing is either.
Oh,
It
great.
looks
So
like
basically-
it's a town builder, so you build a town on an
Basically,
island, and you have a lot of customization items that you find
Well,
around.
rather than guessing, Eric, why don't we let Frosty
So-
know what he's
Portal
doing?
to Hell has been opened, and it's your job to kill all the demons. That's the game.
That doesn't remotely sound like the game. Want to be honest for once?
No, it's basically what you said.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
just like a day by day. Slowly your town builds up. You go fishing. It's all very chill.
Lots of fishing.
Catch bugs.
Catch
You make
tires.
money.
You can catch
Crippling debt.
tires from the
Crippling
water.
debt.
I saw that
bet.
somewhere. Like
God.
someone went and fished and they pulled out a tire. It looked like a fish
Yeah.
out of the water, but they just pulled out a tire.
Speaking of animals, actually, I know this is a really weird segue, but I literally just reminded me just the other day. For some reason, I just ended up binge watching like animals in the wild doing random shit, and it just kind of I think my entire YouTube channel is just kind of filled with that now. But I
Is that
saw
like
one
the
video-
official title?
It's probably, yeah, that's I wouldn't be surprised. But
Animals
there's
Gone
literally-
Wild. Go on.
There was this discussion that kind of came up about elephants being the true kings of the jungle. You know, obviously everyone talks about the lions being the king. Even obviously movies present the lions
Yeah.
as the king of the animal kingdom. But
Yeah.
to me, the more I've looked at these videos, elephants are just like the true kings. There's a video of an elephant just coming to a river and there's hippopotamuses everywhere. Keep in mind that hippos are really territorial, and if a lion did this, they'd be threatening them to stay away. Same with crocodiles or anything else. But an elephant walked into the water, and the hippos parted like fucking Moses, and he literally just walked through the river as if he was Moses, just to eat some twigs that were just on the other side of the street, and then he walked back. And I think there is no other animal that could probably do that. And I just, and the more I think about it, just the more dangerous elephants are if you encountered one.
They are pretty dangerous.
There's,
They
I
just
think,
step
yeah,
on you.
they could just step on you.
They
But is
do.
there actually any animal that could actually compete against a one-on-one with an elephant? Because I think
Other elephants.
not other elephant. I mean,
Yeah,
that could compete
it's
to be
true.
the king of like
Yeah.
the jungle in that
I
sense.
don't know. The movie is called The Lion King and not the
Oh, well,
Elephant
there we go.
King.
That's proof enough then. That's all we
Mm.
need. I guess a rhino. Rhinos could probably.
They're not big enough, I don't think.
Yeah, but they got those horns. They could pierce through that elephant's skin, could they? They could really
Maybe.
take a. Maybe.
I don't know. I'd have to see like size comparison. Kind of like, I'm not sure how big rhinos can get. I
Someone
haven't
just-
seen a rhino.
There's a random tweet. Someone just said, "Would you rather kiss Jamie or kiss Donald Trump?" I mean, I know that's a tough one, guys, but jeez. Oh my god. Anyway, what else we got? Would you rather
I
live?
abstain from that one.
Would you rather live in the Final Destination universe or live in the Purge universe? I mean, depends. Are you actually destined to die in Final Destination?
Yeah.
Having said that, there's been a few movies where they've survived, so to speak.
I feel like Purge, because you could hunker down, you'd be all right, right?
You only need a day to survive, I guess. Whereas Final
Yeah, I mean,
Destination, they could be
That's
really...
constant paranoia. That's
Yeah, you're like
assuming
constant...
that the
you
rules
can't
apply
properly
to you.
sleep.
and that you're
Yeah,
not
well,
just-
I think that's the point. If you live in the Final Destination universe, you were
because
supposed
in
to
Purge,
die
obviously,
somewhere.
the rules are going to apply to you all the time.
The rules literally it's only one day a year, isn't it? So I guess maybe the Purge.
Yeah.
I get because like I said, with the Purge, it's humans you got to avoid. Final Destination, it's death. You've literally got to face a paranormal entity.
And horrifying death as well.
I guess if you had to fight, yeah, it's painful. Isn't
Like
it? It's
really bad death.
them.
So what
Okay,
was
yeah,
what
that-
was the question? Would you rather what?
Would you rather live in the Final Destination universe or live in the Purge universe? So obviously, if you live in the Final Destination universe, we're going to assume that you apply to the rules that you were supposed to die in a certain event and death is after you. And Purge universe obviously is self-explanatory.
I'd say Purge, because survival skills are what dictate you living, whereas Final Destination, you don't really have a choice. You're
Yeah,
either
that's
going to
the-
die or not.
That's
So,
what I
that's fine.
basically said. Purge, you're going up against humans. Final Destination, you're going up against paranormal activity.
Like an unfathomable force of the universe, which is
Yeah.
a little more difficult.
Someone said inside of mine, look at your DMs on Twitter. I am scared to do that now. So, what? Okay, go on then. Let's have a look. What we got? Oh, it's just someone spamming. Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's good for you. I don't quite know what the point of that was. Someone sent a Russian-style Black Mirror on my Twitter, so that's cool.
Okay, that's something.
You'll
Oh my
die today because
I
in
still wanted
Soviet
to watch-
Russia.
Stuff
I'm still wanting to watch the Purge movies. I've only seen the first one, but I've heard the new ones are a lot better.
I
I
have heard
lost
the same
contact with
thing.
that series after the first one.
I've
don't
heard
know.
the same
Fair enough.
thing, but I have not watched them. So let's have a Let's Watch on your server sometime. That'd be great.
Jamie, why do you sound like Brian on the Minecraft YouTuber? Because I am him. It's pretty clear, guys.
Yeah, I mean, he's
God.
not trying to hide it. He links
Have
it
you
on
not
his
figured
channel.
it out yet?
0 time. He links it
I
on his
found out-
Twitter.
Is it Brian? That's how you say his name, isn't it? I found out that he's well older than me. I thought he was younger. I was like, Jesus Christ, you're like 30. I was like, oh my word. I didn't. He looks young for his age. It's like fair play to him. So, pretty damn cool. I do a vid on the SCP Foundation. The thing is with the SCP Foundation, it's been done. There's so many things. Everyone's pretty much covered what there is to know about the SCP Foundation. So I feel like I'm just kind of repeating
Yeah.
what's already been said. That's only one of the main problems with it. With this area is like I kind of want to try and find new information. If I ever cover something that other people have covered, I try to cover new information that other people
I
have.
mean, like, there's entire channels dedicated to the SCP Foundation
Is
that
there?
are
Jeez.
very good, you know.
Yeah.
So
Oh my
just
word.
go watch them.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, entire
I
channels,
recommend that.
actually.
Fair enough. Someone said, would you rather be a musician or an actor? There's a nice simple one. Nothing too. It's just preference. Which one would you rather choose?
A musician, because they have they release a song and then they make money and then they make money and then they make money.
So does an actor.
Well, an
What
actor,
was the
they
would you rather?
if we're talking about like a stage actor, then they go and do the role, they get paid, and then they go home.
But I mean, if we're talking about a stage musician, they have to go on stage as well.
But they can sell their song online. The actor can't sell their performance online.
They can. They can make a vlog on YouTube and become a viral YouTube star.
Yeah, but even YouTube videos die out.
So,
So,
so does musicians.
no, I think the musician would have a.
I'm sorry, are you
better
telling me
life.
every single musician that took place in the 80s is still remembered now?
Uh-huh. Ever heard of Queen?
Yeah, I know, and I'm telling you, every single musician,
Yeah,
pay
every
attention to my words.
every single one. Yeah, yeah. Ever heard of Queen?
That's one. I'm
I know.
talking about all the
Or there's also Queen.
So you're literally just listing one.
Yeah, one full.
First
full
of all,
list
there's
one.
more from the 80s that people remember. But oh my word.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever cover Marble Hornets? I know Nightmind has covered it, but I really want to hear your take on it. The thing is, with Marble Hornets, wouldn't I pretty much be repeating the same thing? I know it would be appear on my channel, but I think I would be just coming to the same conclusion, so to speak. Someone said something about I Am Sophia, and I just missed that. I apologize. Probably asked about the new video or something. Do you want to get that video up? Let's see the new video, because I think we were up to date with I Am Sophie, aren't we?
We've seen the last few videos, I think.
Yeah, but she uploaded a new video just recently, just like 22 hours ago.
Yeah, yeah.
Give it a watch, see what we got.
How long is it? Is it like a
It's 6
short
minutes.
one or is it longer? Well,
It's a
that's
6-minute video. See
reasonable.
what we got.
Let me see if I can get the capture working.
Yeah, that's always good. Wait, would you rather die a gruesome death or watch a family member or loved one scream as they died a similar death? Oh, that's horrible. I mean, I would die a gruesome death. I don't really fancy watching a family member die.
Yeah,
No, I'm joking. Unless.
Yeah, unless. No, no.
Nah, unless.
But yeah, no. It's fine.
However. Oh dear. Out of
Okay,
all
you
the
convinced me. Hold on, I gotta get my knife.
AIGs Out of all the AIGs that
All right,
you've
I'm ready.
researched, which has become your favorite? Oh, you ready?
Hold on.
Are we ready to go?
No.
All right. Someone said, out of all the AIGs I've covered, which one has become my favorite? Maybe I would probably say Cloverfield. I think Cloverfield's always been a favorite, but maybe that's just nostalgia talking, probably more than all, because it's like the first proper one I looked into. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. I don't know. I just really.
Boot that. Like,
I know,
just
imagine
kind of
remaking
ditch
it.
that. Like, give it a Netflix series instead.
Yeah,
you know.
reboot it and tell it in a
A
different way.
reimagining.
Yes, a reimagining. That's all it
That's the industry word now.
Oh dear.
Take all the good ideas and make something with it, and ditch all the bad ideas, basically.
Oh man, have you got it all sorted, Eric, or is there still a few problems? Oh, I cannot hear you, so great. How about? I can't hear a single thing you're saying, Eric, so I'm just gonna literally say something in a minute. Would you rather have nightmares every night for the next 10 years and then only happy neutral dreams, or never dream again? What?
So, nightmares
Okay.
for 10 years, then happy for 10 years, or nothing.
So nightmares for 10 years and then happy neutral dreams, or never again. Well, I just said never again, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't-
too bothered.
I barely remember my dreams as it is anyway, so I guess that's just
Yeah,
is what
I
it
used
is.
not to dream like ever anyway. Recently I dream more, but like.
So what
how
was
I
the
used,
YouTube channel
like,
I'm pulling
10
up?
I Am Sophie. Would you rather be hunted by Slender or the Rake?
They're kind of similar almost. So
Is the Rake supernatural?
I
The
don't
Rake, I'm
know. I
not
can't remember
sure.
the Rake very well. I think
I'm trying to ask. Maybe chat. Do you guys know if the Rake is supernatural or not? Which ones would you rather choose? Anyone listening right now, would you
Oh.
rather be haunted,
The-
haunted or hunted by Slender or the Rake?
I pulled up Google for images of the rake, and it's this thing.
Oh, I know what it looks like. I'm asking whether or not it's supernatural.
yeah,
Oh.
the Rake.
I don't
Yeah,
think it
I
is.
think the rake. Pull a gun on that and you might win, but I don't think you pull a gun on the Slenderman.
That's
Kind
what
of.
I'm saying, because I mean, if it is the rake and it's supernatural, then it might not die if you shoot at it.
Yeah, it's just like
People are saying the rake. I think they would, yeah, probably, because Slenderman, like we know, he can just teleport anywhere. He can just like haunt you for the rest of your life.
Yeah. So
Very
I am Sophie. I
interesting.
have it.
All right, have we got it? So do I just need it?
So which video do we want to watch?
all of them.
It's the latest. All of them. No, the latest one.
Again.
Lara.him
Lara. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna turn up the volume. Should be good. And then mute my mic.
Okay, right, he's muted now.
Tencent said they gotta go by. So all right. Have a good one.
Bye.
Is it? Are you playing the right?
Yeah, hang on, we can only hear the music.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I was just seeing Eric
I
dancing, and I was like,
turned
is
up
it
the
I was trying to figure out
volume.
what it was.
And I realized halfway through, this isn't music for the video. I pressed play at just the right time that I thought it was the video.
Eh?
So
Yeah.
now let's listen to the video. That was good
Okay.
music, though. I
Oh my
mean, we gotta
God.
admit, it's pretty. Good.
I mean,
Just make sure everything's alright.
all right, here we
Oh,
go. Now we're also going to get a barrage of messages saying, "Hey, that wasn't the music."
just want to vibe in quarantine. Why are we talking about Morgan Freeman? Someone said in the chat. I guess there's a lot of people in chat talking about Morgan Freeman.
Did you show it on the stream as well? 'Cause there's nothing on the stream. There you go.
he
There you
literally
go.
just moved.
There you go.
Didn't say a single thing.
There you go. All is well. I saved you, chat. There you are.
God damn it, Eric.
Hey guys, so this is my first vlog of my new YouTube channel. I kind of wanted to create this because I'm really into beauty and fashion and makeup and stuff, so yeah, I think just a whole lot of this channel is going to be that. I also kind of wanted to address what it's actually like for real content creators and the problems and the day-to-day struggles. So basically just saying what it's like to be me. But yeah, sorry, enough of a downer. Let's just get straight to it. So I'm gonna start with a few facts about myself. I'm Lara, of course. I'm 22, I live in London, England. I've lived here all my life, so doing pretty well. I am an only child and I live here with my dad. My mum passed away when I was 3. She was involved in an accident, but my dad's been really supportive, even if he gets on my nerves sometimes. I didn't go to university, but at college I studied biology, sociology, and English language, but none of it really stuck. So I've just started working for my dad's company now. I'm thinking of maybe doing a BTEC, of going back there and doing that. Might apply next week. We'll see. And I also have a cat.
Cat.
Oh, this is Tally. So she is
Wait, what?
5 years old.
What's the name?
So she's getting on now.
Thought it was Tabby.
Wise girl.
Might be wrong.
She basically just like goes around the house, eating and sleeping. And
I hope nothing
tends to
happens
bring
to
in
that cat in this
dead things for
series.
me, like birds and various rodents.
really
so
worried
that
now.
is gross.
Nah, they wouldn't do that.
I'm
Fact
also
5.
an avid gamer, so I'm really into like RPGs, puzzles, strategy games,
It's a gamer
all
girl.
that stuff. Yeah, I really enjoy the kind of escapism of it, if I can say the word, of just being able to come home and delve into the world of creating a family in Sims, or
You're shaking your head for us, Woody.
Yeah. You're not a
questing
real
on
gamer
Skyrim.
unless you play Animal
And now
Crossing.
saying it out loud, I realise how pathetic it sounds.
Yeah, it's true. The reality hurts.
But yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
thank you so much for watching my first video. I promise it'll get more exciting as the videos go on. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow, and yeah, have a good evening. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Wait, vlog. That was vlog.
Oh, we're doing more.
She's gone
yeah.
straight to vlog 12.
We're
Oh,
skipping.
that
So
gonna-
my name is. Hey guys, so you probably know me from school. What is up, everyone? Guys, it's Lara here, that girl from school. So part of my BTEC project is to talk about something that I'm passionate about.
Okay, someone's fast forwarding it.
Well, I assume that's the hacker, isn't it? Because
I don't
we
know,
were
it could
talking
be
about it
a
last week.
hobby without me having to monetize it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm rambling so much. Oh my god. Cool. Only. And then we just begin my reaction video for the new Fortnite.
Someone said
Cool,
she
and-
coughed. She has corona.
And then we just begin.
Yeah, that's the ARG. Solved.
Figured it out. They predicted it. This is all
Done.
just an
Cool.
I Am Sophie stunt.
And then we just begin my reaction video for the.
Complete fast forwarding through the Fortnite reaction.
Ooh, that was close.
What are we fast forwarding to?
Yes.
Okay, so
You know,
I
you
think
can just
it's
skip
looking
through.
pretty good. The weapons are all still there. Not a whole lot of new perks or add-ons.
Very
You know, I'm gonna
disappointing.
check some of the YouTube channels now and just see what the community is saying. Okay. Just gonna check what's being talked about here.
Eric looks like he's lost the will
Yeah.
to live.
Eric's died.
Oh, sorry guys, adverts. Oh, just get them to skip.
Is that playing?
This is like
Wait,
us
so she
running the
was
stream.
watching. Was she watching? Yeah,
Just gonna check what's
She's watching
being
those,
talked
so-
about here.
she's watching our stream.
Oh, sorry guys, adverts. Oh, just get them to skip.
Adverts. So she got an advert from I Am Sophie.
Oh yeah, that might be what that is. Yeah. Well,
This is a
we
long
definitely like
vlog.
fast
I'm not
forward.
gonna lie. How many times I fast forward this?
She's a bad content creator. I understand why they're fast forwarding.
I mean, we say this while we're in a stuttering live.
Okay guys, I think that was
Hey, it's not
a
stuttering
pretty good
anymore.
first look at the map. Yeah, there's a lot of like new, just a lot of things going on there. Yeah, I definitely like it for the most part, but need to get better at. So yeah, just like let me know what you think, what you'd like to see next, and hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Bye.
Well,
So then, that was a thing.
you like fast forwarding? I'll give him
He
that.
definitely liked. Yeah. So is that
That
was that the girl that's replaced I Am Sophie?
Yeah, that's Lara, I think. who is
Lara,
supposed
yeah.
to be
Is the
Weird.
new I Am Sophie?
the weird mirror Sophie.
So are we're obviously probably going to find out the backstory of her, which, well, we heard a little bit of it there. You playing stuff there, Eric?
Nope, never.
Wait, what was that? Huh?
Nope, nope,
I think
Never
we
have.
heard something there. I'm not
Nope,
going to lie.
nope,
Sounded
nope.
like,
Must have been my imagination.
yeah, I guess that's all it was.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, that's... I'm not into. Yeah, I assume we're obviously going to see a bit more of the backstory of Lara then, of where she came from. They gave us a bit of insight there. I don't know. I genuinely thought when he skipped to vlog 12, we were just gonna like see some kind of blood and shit going all over the place. Because it was
no.
like in those 12 vlogs, something had gone horribly wrong and just driven her insane.
Yeah, don't know what happened in the other vlogs. So.
Skip to the end. That always leads to the best situation.
I've always wondered that if you did that with TV shows, if you watch the first episode and watch the last episode, I bet you could piece together the whole thing yourself.
That's what I
without-
did. I used to do that with books. I'd always read the last page first.
Did you?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I guess that's one way to do it.
So it was always kind of curious, like, how is it going to end up?
Hold on a
I've
second.
heard.
Someone just said the second vlog we saw is uploaded at the date which the first video of I Am Sophie got uploaded. Because
Okay.
obviously it showed the YouTube screen, didn't it? So it will have shown the date when it went up. So that's what they mean by that.
Interesting.
That's fair. Like I'm gonna have to actually catch up on the Discord because I'm in it now, so I'll have to read up on some of the Google Docs. Maybe if there's any admins in the Discord, we can obviously ask them questions to fully catch up on some of the stuff that's been happening on Instagram and Twitter. For anyone who doesn't know, obviously I Am Sophie. Highly recommend you follow their Instagram and Twitter account because there's a lot of the story going on there. That's where we found out about a hacker who seems to have taken over the I Am Sophie Twitter account. Some people have suspicions that who is in charge? I mean, not in charge, is in on it. Leon Lush. So there's been that speculation because he, especially in his second video, he pointed out that someone called Ben reached out to him about this show, which is obviously Ben is the cameraman for I Am Sophie in the videos. So something obviously seems a bit fishy there. It's all these different things. What else is it everyone said? What is it? Do you have to scan the QPR code for I Am Sophie? What? Is there?
Apparently there is a QR code hidden in
Oh,
Sophie
right, okay.
people are talking about.
Fair enough.
I have not seen it myself, but people are talking about it.
Yeah. What were you guys saying earlier? I obviously interrupted you halfway through.
What was Sue saying?
You guys were talking about something, but I obviously saw that thing about I Am Sophie, so I had to bring it up.
I
Just
don't
so
know,
we
it
can
was,
sit.
it was a long time ago.
Yes.
Someone said Leon Lush is definitely kidnapped, so that's probably true. We're gonna have to
was-
save Leon Lush. Maybe that's the AIG.
Maybe.
The whole idea is to find Leon Lush where he actually is. We've got to save him, guys. Inside a mind, more like inside a home. Got him. Well done, you guys.
Hilarious.
You and your roasts are really, really getting to us there. Jamie, do you watch anime? I have watched bits and bats. I want to get into it more because there's a lot of stories I think would be kind of cool. I know when people ask my favorite, I always have to say Death Note because I think that just epitomizes exactly what I love in a story, a cat and mouse kind of thing, where both bad guy and good guy are just as intelligent as each other, but no one else is, and they're both trying to just outsmart each other. I just love that. I mean,
Yeah, it was a pretty good series. I watched.
It's just a
all of
shame-
it.
it's just a shame that obviously Elle ended up. Spoiler alert, I guess, if you haven't watched it, ended up
Everybody
Spoiler.
dies.
Spoiler.
ended up dying, and then they just kind of got a replacement Elle, and
Yeah,
he
that
just
was
came
weird.
in and just like made him his bitch or something like that. It was pretty much screwed straight away. I was like, oh my god.
That's like the only
Um,
anime I've watched, but that's the only anime most people have watched, really.
Yeah, well, there's that, and but the other one that I really like is One Punch Man. I haven't seen season.
Oh yeah, I
2
have
yet.
seen that as well. actually.
I heard people say season 2 isn't as good because apparently some of the people didn't work on it, which is a shame.
Yeah, I watched
Um,
season 1.
But I still want to watch it. I'm looking forward to getting around to watching that. Someone said I think it's Mob Psycho, that is supposed to be the same creators of One Punch Man, and that's really good. So I want to watch that as well.
Never heard of that.
Haven't you heard of that one? Well, I've heard it.
No, but I wouldn't heard most of it.
You did, fair enough. There's a few in there that I've wanted to watch. I think someone else asked me a question, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, someone said, how you guys doing in isolation? I've been pretty good, but I've been working on the Lost video, so I've like had not much time to kind of take note of what's been happening this past couple of weeks. Although, did you guys hear that Boris Johnson has the coronavirus? I heard that.
Yeah, I think
That's
everyone's heard that
crazy.
at this point.
That was like, he was updating like everything. He was obviously giving those daily updates, telling us what was going on, and then next minute we just get like a video of just like Boris Johnson going, "I have got symptoms of the coronavirus,
Oh,
and I
gotta
am
be gone."
staying home and isolating for 2 weeks." So, but someone mentioned that I think he met up with the Queen on the 11th of March. So I hope. I hope they did mention though that symptoms don't show for at least like a 2 weeks. So the incubation period is like 2 weeks. So the 11th of March is outside of that 2 weeks. So hopefully he got it after that. Fingers crossed at least. So I think that's the case. I assume with the Queen they will have tested her right now and they'll know if she's got it or not. So hopefully she doesn't.
Yeah.
Yes. The spooky boys like the Queen's got corona confirmed. It said it on Inside of Mine stream. It's correct. It's fact. It's factual.
Yeah, he lives in the palace, so he knows. Right, Jamie? You live in the palace, right?
Everyone in Britain lives in the
far-
palace.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I
We're all
thought
related
that's how
to
it
the
is.
Queen, didn't you know? Yeah, that's how it is. That's it. You Americans have got it spot on there when you tell us that. Absolutely spot on. Wait, someone said, Jamie, follow-up question about the anime thing. Can you try watching Erased or Darwin's Game? Darwin's Game sounds familiar. Don't know if I don't think I've seen it, but what are they about? Give us some info if you ever obviously get to that part of the stream where we ask that. Inside of Mind, your Twitter disappeared for a little while. What happened? I took a break from social media, and it seemed like I chose the right time out of everything because of what Eric was telling me. To put it bluntly, the shit hit the fan.
Yeah, someone
the
had
second I
taken
left.
shit
Yeah.
and thrown it at the fan, so.
Yeah, so basically there was a lot of stuff that was going down. I think there was obviously the coronavirus was just coming into it at that point. I don't think it was as huge as it is now, but people were talking about that. There was the politics going on. I think especially in America, I follow a lot of American people, and obviously they're talking about how Bernie Sanders was getting screwed over and all that stuff. And I always feel sad for when I hear that because Bernie seems so nice. Just want to give him a hug. Obviously, I can't now because I'll give him coronavirus, but it's just like I feel sorry for him. And then there's
actually,
a lot of
when
stuff
it-
going on behind the scenes.
When
so
it
I just
comes
had
to coronavirus, I actually saw a graph recently that goes through like from the beginning of March to the end of March and the amount of cases that each country has.
yeah.
And you just see America dart right up there near the end.
Yeah, but that's because they didn't do testing till fairly recent, didn't they? So
Yeah.
I think that dart up is just by tests.
Yeah.
It's not. I'm pretty sure everyone already had it before that was tested.
Yeah, and we're
same with the
still not
UK and
completely shut down, so
That
there's
is true. I thought you guys would have probably shut down by now. I know there's a few places that shut down. Night Dogs was telling me earlier that his area was shut down.
Yeah, there are
technically
parts of the nation that are shut down, but where I live, we only have like you can still go out, you can still do things, but the service industry was laid off because they're not allowed to do sit-in eating, like you're not allowed to dine in.
All right. Have you been asked to stay indoors, Eric, or most people?
I work in construction, so there's enough of a distance between everyone on the job site that we can still keep working, keep carrying on. But there are starting to be some changes in how we go to work.
Right. Okay.
Actually, tomorrow.
You guys aren't on lockdown, though.
No. We're
No,
still
you're
free
not on
travel.
lockdown. Right. Okay.
But with work, instead of meeting at the shop, loading up stuff, and then going to the job site, we're just meeting at the job site so that we can stay as distant as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So it is changing how we live our lives, but I still have to work.
it already has in the UK. We've
Yeah,
been
we
asked
are
to
on
not
lockdown.
go outside.
Yeah, I know. You guys had an
Um,
official shutdown at the beginning of the week.
Oh God, that was only just this week, wasn't it? It feels
Yeah.
like it's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 years.
No,
It's been so maybe I have felt the effects of the lockdown. Jesus
no.
Christ. Yeah, it's only been 2 weeks, hasn't it? Jesus.
Yeah. Trump,
yeah.
Trump's being advised to shut down, constantly told to, but he's like, guys, we can open by Easter. We can do it. So
I mean, you say that, but his tune seems to have changed a lot. So
it's constantly shifting back and forth. Like one week he was like, "Oh, this isn't a big deal." Next week he's like, "Oh, this is a really big problem. We really need to listen to our enforcement." And then this week he's like, "Oh, we want to be open by Easter," and I'm like, "Come on!"
Oh my God.
It's
Well,
just
there
constant
you go.
shifts. So
Well,
It is what it is.
yeah,
Not much we can do now. The lockdown over here, I believe we can leave our house once a day. for
yeah.
exercise, yes.
Or if you're wanting to, I think you can leave for a second time for food if it's food related. But the majority they just want you to go out once. And yeah, my mum was talking about it today that she was ordering food online. We kind of bulk buy anyway. Before this even happened, when my mum sees something on offer, she'll just kind of like buy it. So we kind of always ended up having stuff stocked up. But she decided to order a bunch of stuff online this time, and she couldn't get like anywhere in the queue. Apparently, the queue was like 3 weeks down the line, and part of me is thinking, yes, some of that might be down to panic buying, but I think a lot of that actually, the online shopping, is just because people are so bored they don't know what to do, so they're just buying stuff. So,
Yeah.
I think that's the reality to a lot of the more online stuff when you're in like giant queues to order things. My mom also ordered some masks, but they didn't show up, so they probably got stolen. We've noticed that a few times, that delivery guys are there's people stealing stuff from delivery guys. So I was wondering if that would increase, so to speak. My mum ordered like a bunch of cat food for the cats, like two big boxes, and someone apparently stole that. And I think what they might have been, I can only assume they thought to themselves, this is a big box, there must be something good in here. And then when they stole it and opened it, they found it was just cat food.
Like, well, I'm committed
so
now.
What?
Here we go.
No, they weren't even committed. They dumped it over in a field, and then the person who owned that field found it, and they delivered
wow.
it to us because the address was on there. So that's how we got it back. That's how we know that they did. So whoever stole this stuff probably thought they were getting like some really good things to
Finally.
sell, and then when they
Some
opened
food
it,
to
it
feed
was
my
cat food.
family. Ah.
Finally, it's cat food. God damn it! Who orders a big chunk of cat food? Idiots! Oh no. It's funny.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Who is Jamie?" Jamie is inside a mind. That's who he is. I am Jamie. Oh man, it's been a strange week. There's been so much happening. Like I said, I've kind of the things I've kept myself occupied when I haven't been editing videos has been watching those animal videos. I think for some reason I've got myself into learning about dinosaurs. I guess I just really like giant, dangerous creatures. So hearing about dinosaurs has always been something that's got myself interested.
What?
Oh, actually, have you made your museum in Animal Crossing yet, Frost?
Yeah,
You can make a
I
museum.
have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
put
make an
dinosaur
entire
fossils
museum.
in.
My brother
Oh my
calls
God,
it
you
the
can put
TARDIS because
I
it's
don't
just
know if I would
go on.
get into Animal Crossing. I just
It's just like a very chill game. It's like something you can just play without sort of thinking.
Yeah. Did you notice
Really?
what they did on the ground in the museum? Because my brother was kind of
Yeah.
impressed by that.
What did they do?
They showed the entire animal tree, like the tree of evolution.
Oh right, yeah, they do a bunch of stuff like that.
Have you guys ever heard of SPH, the SPH incident? Someone said
SPH?
inside of mine.
PH?
Yeah, someone
No.
said inside mind you should look into SPH and the SPH situation. I can't speak, but they said it's scary as fuck.
Well,
So,
nothing a
I don't
Google
know.
search can't handle.
Give it a
Google.
Google search, see if you can see anything there. Also, someone said there was an image in the I Am Sophie video. Jamie, there's an image hidden at 6:24 in the I Am Sophie video that we just watched. So, what is the image for anyone who's seen that? Tell us in the chat, because while Frost looks up the...
I can't find it.
You can't find it? Oh, no.
No.
Chili X, if you're still watching, give us kind of a link or something, or send it on
Yeah.
our Discord or something, because obviously it'll probably ban you on the chat, so you probably can't send
Yeah,
it.
no
anywhere there.
links.
Do you mean SCP?
Did you know as well? Did you know about someone said about COVID-19? Obviously, coronavirus. It made it to Greenland. It's
No!
so we could.
They were our
This
saving
player-
grace. When I said go there, I didn't actually mean go there.
Plague Inc. is obviously this player who's playing it is doing a really good job if they manage to infect Greenland. Damn. Wonder if Madagascar got it. I actually didn't look at that. So, we were talking about. We never actually mentioned this on stream. Flare TV. Remember when we said they're kind of running out of things to stream about, and then we found out that the next day they uploaded coronavirus infections. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, great. I guess they found something.
Yeah, they
Oh,
found
dear.
something new.
Oh my god. Someone said. I think they're all speaking to each other. I'm just looking at different questions. Someone said my grandson just got me this computer. All right, cool.
Cool, and
very
you
nice.
decided to watch us.
Yeah, he's decided to waste your time watching us. I mean, what? It's a nice-
Yeah. We're
giving
great.
you
We're
insightful
awesome.
Insight.
Take caution.
Oh, dear.
Insightful insight.
Insightful insight. That's how it works. I guess I'll obviously talk about some of my other upcoming videos that I had planned because I mentioned on our podcast, I spoke about it with you guys, some of the topics that I was going to cover, but there's one of them I didn't bring up, and that was a video covering Fantastic Daily. I don't know if anyone's actually heard of that in the chat, but it's a channel that doesn't
yeah.
exist anymore, but it was a fake top 10 YouTube channel created by a really cool guy. I've known him personally. I've interviewed him on the podcast actually, and he's told his story there. But I feel like I want to do it in video form because I just find it a really interesting story of what can go wrong with an alternate reality game if you promote it to the wrong audience and the way it's presented. So to kind of give you guys the gist of it, because this stream isn't obviously going to stay up on the stream. So anyone active listeners here right now, just to let you guys know, Fantastic Daily, he created this fake top 10 kind of YouTube channel. But basically all the videos were fake. The when he did lists and stuff, it was fictional. And the whole idea was that he was going to turn it into a story. Stuff was going to actually start happening to him. He was going to talk about all these mysterious things, top 10 creepiest things in the ocean, top 10 unexplored areas. But then he would start talking about these things called the Black Eyed Kids. And when the Black Eyed Kids came along, they pretty much started latching on to him, and they started haunting his family. And so he started posting vlogs about that. And I think that's kind of a cool idea, how you turn like
Yeah.
a clickbaity channel into that kind of story. But where it kind of went downhill was that he didn't try to promote it to an audience that will probably find this entertaining. He promoted it to the paranormal community. So that's kind of like promoting it to the conspiracy theorists, and saying it's real. They're not going to be as understanding when they find out it's a fictional story. That's where the danger kind of came in. And then obviously as time went on, they figured out that it wasn't, it was actually fictional. I think someone ended up doxing him, because that when they found out and they posted it on the website for everyone to see where he lived and everything like that, it was crazy. So yeah, I feel like it's an interesting video to cover because it kind of fits the theme of my channel, and it kind of talks about what can go wrong when you make this kind of stuff, and if you're not too careful, bad things can happen. Again, I think it's a lot of the time it always does come down to the presentation. I left my chat on freeze, and I've just had to scroll down, and I've had to scroll down for miles So I'm sorry if I missed anyone's questions while I was just talking there. Oh dear. Oh, someone actually decided to explain what Erased was. Erased, the anime that they mentioned earlier. Erased is about a guy who goes back in time to save a girl who was killed by a child predator. Darwin's Game is about a guy who unwillingly gets pulled into a game where you kill others in real life. Not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of interested in both of those. Where can I actually see those? I'm gonna be stuck in quarantine for like 6 months. They actually updated that today. That it could last up to 6 months. I think I need
Yeah.
something to actually watch. So if you guys have any suggestions, suggest them below. I'm sorry if I miss them in stream. I'll try look back at some of these questions when the stream is over, and I'll see if I can see anything that I'm interested in looking into. Because obviously, I'm gonna be here for a while, guys. So I've got to find things to do. So if you've got any anime to recommend as well, I'll obviously probably look into those. Farfeather has obviously been reposting that a few times, obviously until I saw it. Thank you for doing that, because obviously I would have not probably seen otherwise. As much as I don't like to encourage spamming. Erased is on Netflix. Not sure about Darwin's Game though. All right, so Erased on. I need to check that out. There we go. And Eric's left us. He's abandoned us just without saying.
Yeah, where's he gone?
I'm still here. I'm just...
Yeah, whatever, Eric. You just wanted to leave.
Get back here.
Behind.
I can hear everything.
Liar. You can't hear us. You're just guessing what we're saying.
I mean, you are that
Very well.
predictable, so...
Oh, someone said, where is your Discord server? It sends me to Dispatches from Elsewhere Discord.
Yeah, I'm
server.
gonna link that in a minute.
Link there in a
Wait,
minute. I
does
will
your
update
Discord
my
link
about section. Yeah, I switched to the Dispatches from Elsewhere when it started for people to join. I'll switch
Ah.
that back. So
Yeah, I guess switch that back.
Red MILF, what a name! Just said I send you on Twitter DM, and I am Sophie. QR code. Oh, the QR
I'm
code.
so good.
All right, I'll actually. Let's hope it is. I mean, it might not be, for all I know. Oh my god, I think because I checked my DMs once, I've got like a ton more messages. People have just messaged me. So that's great. That was just a cough, guys. I swear.
You're gone. You're dead.
It's nothing. Someone sent the QR code. All right. Oh, they sent me the QR code, but I'd need to scan it. I don't have my phone on me. I'll post it to you, Frost, if you want to scan it. It's,
Yes, see what I can do.
yeah. Me
Let's see. Someone says in chat, do you know that Dad is making the next reality on your channel?
On my channel?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Where did he say that? Did he say that on Twitter?
No, he says it at the end of the last reality, I think.
He did?
Yeah, he says it's gonna be on Inside of Mind. I remember that now. Like, if you watch the last reality, I think he says something along those lines at the end. Like, we'll be, some kind of paraphrase on, we'll be doing a deep dive onto Inside of Mind.
Eric, when you get chance, get back to reality. We gotta get this video up.
Get
Let's
back
watch
to
some
reality.
Dad. We gotta watch this video on Dad and see what we got.
I think it's like right at the end.
Okay, I was here the whole time.
Were you? Oh, okay. I was worried you were gone for a second.
Yep, gone forever.
I'm surprised
Alright,
you
we'll
didn't know that already. I would have
Get-
thought you would know that.
How dare you? Get Dad up and go to the unsolved mystery of Mel's Hole. I didn't know he uploaded this. God damn it, YouTube! Why did you not notify me? What a name!
Because you haven't watched his last few videos. I didn't think you wanted to
Mel's
watch it.
mysterious
I've
hole.
watched his last few videos. Why
No,
not
you didn't want to
recommended
watch
this
it.
one?
I'm pretty
You
sure
didn't want to watch
fine.
that episode.
Back to reality, where?
Yeah, Dad's channel. Go to the unsolved mystery of Mel's Hole.
It's the latest one, I
Unsolved
think.
mystery.
What? It's not the latest one. It's the because he just
Yeah,
streamed.
it's
Oh my
the
god, he
second
streamed
to
for
latest.
5 hours. We gotta beat that.
Madness.
Dad DJ set. That's what it's called.
Well, we have beaten that before. The old Minecraft streams for
Yeah.
mad
Have we?
long.
And then there
Have we
was that
streamed
other
for
one
6
where we
hours?
almost got to 5 hours, and then my
think
power
so.
was like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but this
shut
one's
off.
5 hours and 50 minutes. Have we actually
Okay,
streamed for
maybe
6
not.
hours before?
We've streamed for
It stops
24
there.
hours before, Jamie.
Yeah,
No, I
you
meant
two
I
streamed
meant
for
with the
24
new
hours.
streams, these weekly streams we're doing.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It didn't count.
Not in this format, but in the
Fake
Minecraft,
news.
we definitely did 5, I think.
We definitely did for that an old one. Got some Minecraft streams. Server is hiding Dad from you. You're right. He is, aren't they?
All right, I'm ready.
All right, get Dad up and have a look.
Here we go.
All right.
Make sure you transition to the video one. Or whatever.
Being a dad and living a rich cultured life inside Town USA as well
Aw.
as being a topic of interest with investigative
Good old
mystery-obsessed
dad.
YouTubers, Dad has learned about a lot of strange things that occur within this planet called Earth.
Does he sell a cup for food? I might buy that. For the
Probably.
game.
That seems
I
like
see that.
very easy merch.
I was gonna
option.
say that should be merch.
As well as all of you,
Probably
inside
is.
the Earth, not on the Earth like you think. Trust Dad, his wife is an accomplished scientist. If you are within the 5 layers of the Earth's atmosphere, then you are inside Earth, since the atmosphere is part of the Earth. Us normal, regular humans congregate.
Farfeather just
way
said
at the
you
bottom
can
of the
find
troposphere.
Erased and
So we are
Darwin's
deep
game on
inside the Earth.
Crunchyroll.
That should put an end to all those reoccurring questions from subs as to why Dad often says he lives inside the Earth. There, now you know. There are many other questions subs often ask, like, where did Mom and Dad meet? And what does food taste like? Dad has answered many of these questions in comments and in live streams, but he will
I'm
answer
not gonna
all of
lie,
the
I'm
frequently asked
genuinely
questions in a
curious to see
special
what
video
Dad's
soon. As for
food
now,
actually
let's
tastes
get
like.
back
Like
to the
not
topic at
the
hand.
in-game
Truly baffling
taste.
and
Like
Yeah.
what it actually
stories
What
tastes.
that actually is.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I'm super curious.
Yeah, I wonder what it is.
I would assume it's like
Hmm.
jelly or something.
Yeah.
I would assume it's unsweetened, like gelatin.
Is your mic off, or
I
can
just
people hear you?
I just unmuted so that I could talk.
All right, okay. I just wanted to make sure because obviously when you started talking,
Okay.
it's...
By the way,
I
the
do
food
wanna-
mug is a thing. I've just clicked his link. It's
Oh
a thing.
really? Oh, I might
Mhm.
actually get one because that is actually really cool.
Food mug.
God damn it, he suckered me into buying it.
You got you.
King Noah YouTube said, Jamie, did you see my AIG idea? I didn't. Sorry about that. If you want to post it somewhere, feel free
Mel's
to.
Hole. Wikipedia says Mel's Hole is, according to an urban legend, an allegedly bottomless pit near Ellensburg, Washington. Claims about it were first made on the radio show Coast to Coast AM by a guest calling himself Mel Waters. Later investigation revealed
Frost, mute
no
your
such
mic a little,
person
'cause
was
I
listed
think
as
I can hear you
residing in
clicking.
that area, and no credible evidence that the hole actually exists. The legend of the bottomless hole started on February 21st, 1997, when a man identified as Mel Waters appeared as a guest on Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell. Waters claimed that he owned rural property.
Oh yeah,
9
Frost, when you
miles
get a
west
chance
of
as well,
Ellensburg
send
in Kittitas
activation
County,
time,
Washington,
the
that
link to the
contained a
Discord,
mysterious
'cause
hole.
he-
According to
That's
Bell's
what I was
interviews with
doing. That's what I was
Waters,
All right,
clicking
okay,
on.
fair enough.
and the ability to restore dead animals to life.
Yeah, I'm posting in
Waters
the
claimed
chat
to
now.
have measured the hole's
Very
depth to be more than 80,000 feet using fishing line and a weight.
Well, all right. Now to Eastern Washington. I guess this is Eastern Washington. Mel, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. When did you discover this hole?
Well, the hole has always been there. We've been out there for a couple of years now, and the hole has been there.
Okay,
since we've
alright.
been there. It's been
Link
there
is
since
posted
the
all as
previous
well.
owner was there.
So is Dad
Previous
actually
owner there was
doing
quite elderly,
internet mysteries, like actual
and
internet
I'd
mysteries?
say he
Is
was
that what
Yeah,
the
there for
reality?
30,
That seems like
40
what the
years
reality's
before we
turned
moved
into,
in.
doesn't it?
Wow.
Yeah,
And,
it's
and so
it's a little bit
Thing
different.
of
Now.
throwing stuff down
Yeah.
this hole for a
Okay.
while.
'Cause
Oh,
he
yeah,
isn't-
it's been going
He
on
approaches it as if they're all like
for
100% real.
as long as
Oh,
I've
right,
been
okay,
there. It's
yeah.
so
So
the
it's
people
like a
that
different
Mel's
spin
hole
on
is
it.
like crazy conspiracy
It's
theory.
just been
Yeah,
going on
so
for a
it's
long time. Well,
Mental. But
you
he's
know,
like,
He's basically
I was thinking one day, how come
doing
this hole
internet
isn't
mysteries,
filling up?
but
It must
in
be an awfully deep
character.
hole.
yeah,
You know,
but
I
with
used
a,
to
with a
very
be
twist.
professional shark fisherman, so I had a couple of
Makes
huge
sense.
fishing reels. Went out there and started letting the line down. I figure after one.
Did you weight the line?
Oh yeah, there's in fact the original line is still down there. I've just been adding to the line and keeping track of how much line I have used.
there is a tremendous amount of naturally generated high-voltage electricity deep in the Earth. What if the bottom of the hole on Mel's property is a naturally occurring focal point, a lot like the device that Mr. Markham built? The Earth could have its own, in effect, time machine. Over the centuries, through various quakes and so
Just
forth,
mental.
all of the soil above the portal would have fallen into the
Time
bottom and been
Of
launched into
course.
some other time. This explains the lack of
Now
echoes
this
and the
makes
apparent
sense.
depth of the hole. Tell Mel
Like the
to
Mandela
lower a
effect.
clock
It makes
down
sense. Can't be because I've got a bad
Later, on another
memory.
call with Art Bell, Mel told him how the day after the first radio broadcast telling his story, Mel was stopped from going onto his property by people in uniforms. They said there was an
I
airplane
love
crash.
the
and he
stock
couldn't
footage
enter.
of just a guy
He
going,
believed them
"Stop."
to leave the scare tactic
Yeah,
and
I
said
love
that
all
the,
Dad's,
quote,
like,
drug lab
It's
could
like so
easily be
blatant.
found
Inappropriate,
on his property.
appropriate
It
stuff.
Yeah.
couldn't be found. So Mel said he was going to go talk to the news about all of this, and they offered to lease his property for $250,000 a month. Mel accepted, then went to Australia to help wombats.
So
9
the
months
a
later,
YouTube channel known
he
as
came
Your
home to
FBI
Washington
Agent said,
to
listen
visit
to
his
Western
family.
Airlines
The government
flight
informed him that his property was
2605
now
black
being
box
seized.
recording. It's pretty scary.
Then, while on a bus,
Something that you
there
may
was an
like. If
altercation.
you want
The
more
police
info
got
on it, then
involved,
let me know.
and they said
Yeah,
to
sure.
Mel
Feel
they'd
free
give
to
him
let
a ride
me know
home
a
in
bit
their
more on that.
van. Mel
We're
doesn't
just watching Dad at the
remember
moment
anything
first,
after
but
When he came to,
that sounds
he was in an
intriguing.
alley in San Francisco with no teeth, and the money had all been removed.
What the
from his
What's
bank
happening?
account. Now,
Look away for
if
5
Dad is
seconds.
anything,
I-
he's a good judge of character. This man named Mel sounds incredibly honest. Dad can hear it in his human voice. And on top of that, Dad knew
I've got
another
too much
man
caffeine
named
in
Mel
me, my
who
eye
worked
is
at True
twitching.
Value. That tells you a lot right there. And one time, while Dad was shopping at True Value, Mel told Dad that he accidentally paid for 5 bandsaws when Dad was only trying to buy 3 bandsaws. Mel didn't take the extra money when Dad made a human error. He was an honest man who had a level head. That just proves right there that people named Mel can and should be trusted no matter what. Unfortunately, that Mel
Well,
died of a broken
that's
heart
not-
when Home Depot opened another hideous monstrosity in his hometown of City, USA, Earth. So, what can we learn about Mel Waters? What do we know of Mel? Let's do some research. There seems to be many Mels on Earth. But who is the real Mel? Maybe the answer will come if we look into his story. Here are some things that have happened to Mel that may help build an idea of his character, other than being named Mel, which confirms a trustworthy human. He was threatened by uniformed people. What is their problem? I bet they were part of the
crazy.
dark
It's
party.
all so real.
Watch out for
It's,
them.
it's clearly, it's
Found
all
in 1943 dime
Of course the
that
Men
was
in
able
Black
to
seized his
dematerialize
home.
itself. Okay, sure.
seized his
Dart
home.
dematerializes Dad's
I'm
bank account
done.
all the time with her cell phone bill. He saw a black beam of anti-light shoot out of the Nevada hole. I slowed Dad burned
Of
from
course he
one
saw a
side.
black beam of anti-light. Who,
Wow.
you know.
This Earth can do some pretty
Mad Matt
crazy
said in the
things.
chat that they don't want to go back into the
obvious now
disco
it's
because
telling
there was
the
a
truth.
weird dude there who
Wow.
wouldn't stop talking to
Imagine
them.
experiencing something
Oh,
so
Matt, I'm sorry that
fantastic
happened.
that when you tell people, they think you're
Someone just said
crazy
maybe they wanted
or
to be your
laugh at you.
friend.
Like when Dad says he
I
can
don't
be the #1 YouTuber
Yeah,
in the
maybe
universe.
you just don't like
Other
people.
YouTubers laughed at Dad, but not Dad's subs.
Maybe he was
They
just
know
being
the truth.
friendly.
Or like
It's
when
totally fine.
Neighbor
Totally
sees Dad
normal.
dancing his human body, and he laughs, and he says, "What's happening to your body? That's not dancing. Your body's just going into convulsions." What does Neighbor know? He wouldn't know what dancing was even if Dad brought the lightning and struck him with an infinite bolt of bald charisma, causing him to flop all around
Facial
downtown
expressions.
town.
Oh my god.
Sorry. Just the thought of Neighbor and his incorrect opinion on Dad's bodily rhythms just gets Dad going. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah, people laughing after you tell them an extraordinary fact. That's like if you told your friends that you found the best YouTube channel in the world and they said, "Yeah, right, impossible." Then you showed them Dad's channel, and in their overwhelming shock that Dad actually exists, they knock you out, steal your teeth, and dump you in San Francisco. Oh, poor Mel. It's no wonder people
Poor
doubted him.
Mel.
He said something no one could believe, and they freaked
Mel.
out.
That's
Humans
sad.
often
Right.
don't
Anyway,
believe
Eric,
that they
let's skip
haven't
it along a
experienced
little bit. I
themselves.
think
Just because they
we got the
haven't
gist
seen
of
it
obviously
before
that.
doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
The Are we at the end?
What Dad takes from this is not
We'll
that
skip
Mel had a
towards
mysterious
to more
horror
the
property
end
that
to
the
see,
government wanted hidden, so they erased
See
it.
your little
And why did he
cameo.
ever start?
skip
Does
backwards.
not mean you're gone forever.
Yeah,
Because
that was you right there. You
showing
skipped
up.
past
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Dad's point is this: you know nothing
We'll let it
until you
get
know
to it,
everything. And Dad,
Yeah, just
well, Dad knows
a minute
everything.
before.
And that's what dads do. So listen to Dad and keep your eyes on the sky and your ears on the ground. Maybe in order to see Mel's hole, we need to be more like Mel and not look with our eyes, but look with our minds. Then we'll see beyond. Thanks for watching another episode of Reality Subs. On the next episode, Dad will do a deep dive into the life of Jamie, the man behind the YouTube channel Inside a Mind. Dad will
Told
see
you.
what he's really up to and why did he
I did
ever
not know this.
start looking into Dad. After all, he was the very first YouTuber to ever cover Dad. Dad knows he's talked about Jamie, Nexpo, Loey, and all the Dark Party
Spotted me.
members. But it's time for Dad to do deep research on each individual member of the Dark Party. Because Dad feels there's something still going on. They're all acting strange, even though they said the lawsuit is off and everything is fine. But is everything really fine? We'll find out on the next episode of Reality. Until then, tip your cup to know what's up. Then you'll see reality. Goodbye.
Looking into me. What's he gonna do?
How
Oh,
often
no.
are realities uploaded? Is that like a weekly?
I think they're
thing?
weekly. Yeah, I think Dad's wanting it to be a weekly thing now. So, ooh, he's
So next
Well,
week then?
probably. I mean, well, that's pretty much now because wasn't that like 5 days ago?
Yeah.
How long ago
6.
was that, Looney? You've got the screen.
6 days ago.
6. It was 6 days ago.
6 days ago. So it's probably tomorrow then. He's
Yeah.
going to upload something if he's doing it weekly. That is, assuming it's weekly.
Yeah.
My word. So I don't actually know what else. He showed a screenshot of something like a wiki page. I didn't know there was a wiki page for or something.
You got a wiki page.
Yeah, WikiTube.
Well, no, what
What
was
was
that?
that wiki page?
Was it
it was up to
WikiTube?
date as well. I had your new logo. And not
I was
yours.
gonna say that's why I was surprised by it because if I'd have like if he'd have showed like a screenshot of like a WikiTube or something, I didn't have my old one. I'd have been like, oh yeah, that's probably something that was made in 2017, and then no one came back to it. But the fact that it had the new logo and everything, I was like, geez, that's
That'd-
Yeah,
I'll play it
Wikitubia.
up to date.
I just found it. I'm
WikiTube.
going to show it on stream.
Oh, nice.
Jamie
What's it
C.
say?
Foster, born May 19th, 1996.
I'm gonna get this up.
Better known online as Inside a Mind, is an English commentary YouTuber who has gained popularity on YouTube for his electric blend of vlogging entries, including horror stories, horror story theory discussions. Okay.
Alright, okay.
His theories are mostly about famous internet stories such as YouTuber theories on Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared,
Me, I'm Scared,
Poppy,
Poppy.
or How to Basic.
How to basic. I like how that's one of my popular ones. Having said that, my personal life hasn't been updated. Jamie was born on May 19th, 1996 in England. Jamie's one of the famous trending. Wait, what? Is one of the famous and trending celeb who is popular for being a YouTube star. As of-
Hold on, I gotta
Okay.
edit this because the only real
Shut up.
thing that needs to be
Oi,
said
yeah.
is Jamie was born on this date.
Don't you
That's
edit.
it.
I will... Don't
He
you
is
dare take
popular
away this
and
from me.
trending
Don't
celebrity.
take this
I'm
away
popular.
from me.
I'm popular for being a YouTube star.
Just gonna-
It says
just
as of
gonna-
2018, Jamie Foster is 22 years old. So,
Just gonna,
says-
and there we go.
but the image has been updated. Obviously, just that hasn't been updated. in that
Yeah,
sense.
style documentary.
I should just
Twitter,
edit it
Inside a
myself and
Mind.
just rewrite it and be like, Jamie is an amazing person, the greatest person ever.
Oh,
He
and it's got the
fought
official
a tiger
Inside
when
of
he was
Mind.
young, growing up.
It's got the official
became
Inside of
Batman.
Mind Discord,
What has it? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
and
Someone's
then
obviously done the research.
Somebody tried, yeah. They did it.
yeah, they tried for a good
They
couple
did a better
seconds.
job than me.
I mean, they got a few bits.
To be fair, that's what they updated in 2018, so that's pretty damn good. Because I don't think my channel was that huge at the time. When
Yeah.
that, if that's the time they updated it.
2018.
I mean, it was still probably
Years ago.
fairly big, but not like now. Like I'm sure I've doubled since then. So
It must be
I'm
like
not important
150.
enough to have a page on here. Just gonna
well, it's
sit with that.
I'll tell you what, it's better than the birthdays one. There was like
Famous birthdays or something.
yeah, there's famous birthdays, and I kid you
Dad
not, I think
had
it says
that in
I'm a
his video,
vlogger
didn't he?
or something. Yeah, I'm sure it's called I think I'm Jamie C. Foster they used because obviously that's what the name
No,
is.
get that
But
up.
yeah, it said something like YouTube stuff for horror and vlogs or something. I was like, oh, I'll take it. I do vlogs now, guys.
Yeah, that's what matters.
I lost the comment because that FBI guy was talking about that black box, but I'm looking for it. See if I get to see it. Oh, there. I think that's it. So yeah, he said you should look at this flight black box before it went out. It's pretty scary apparently, and he said it'll give more info. This is him giving a bit more info. He said, so practically they were on a final approach in an MD-11. It was very foggy, but the aircraft airport system could still function. But upon landing, they hit a maintenance truck. Yeah, they hit a maintenance truck and crashed. So, okay, so it's obviously real or something like that. I assume it's. I thought it would be more like paranormal experience in that sense, but ooh,
Okay.
that sounds like it's a very terrifying travesty. That foggy night as well. That's the worst thing
Yeah.
you'd have to like hope people can guide you out of that kind of situations. Inside of Mind, are you going to talk about Hi and Mary Mary? I haven't spoken about Hi and Mary Mary in ages, but I did hear it return. Game Theory's made a few videos on it, haven't they?
Yeah.
Something interesting because I was aware of the Hi, I'm Mary Mary creator. She said that a lot of fans were fairly young from Game Theory that came over, so she wasn't sure how she felt about that. So she because obviously she does a lot of interacting with like staying in character and stuff like that. But then when she realized that they were quite young people that were coming over from MatPat, it became a little. She wasn't sure what to do with that because it was like really young. I think like it was like 8 to 9 year olds or something, like going in and trying to speak to this person online. It's like, why are you online? You know, that's speaking to a random stranger that you just saw from a video. It's
I don't know what to do with this.
yeah. It is one of those. So hopefully all that will end up getting sorted though. But that was a while ago, to be fair. So, but you know, just something interesting I ended up hearing.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully I'm glad that they did ended up covering it because it did get a lot of attention for I Am Mary Mary, and I found it as an interesting idea. You know, just trapped in a house. Although it's one of those, if you don't give every explanation in the video, people start trying to point out the flaws that aren't actually flaws. I remember the windows of the house don't break. She's tried smacking chairs against them and everything she can, and it doesn't work. And I was like, I don't need to mention that. I was just like, it'll be fine. And literally, I think half of the comments just turned into, why doesn't she just break the windows? What, dude? What? Simple. It's like, that's already been explained, guys. It's okay. Oh, man. Someone also gave another suggestion. I found a very weird channel called Slides and Slides and Sheep.
Slides.
It has one video with gibberish. It looks like an ARG, probably.
One
Give
video.
that one a miss. I bet you anything the code is binary. Goddamn binary. Everywhere I go, every channel that gets recommended to me every day, there's always something that has binary in it. Like, oh my god. Not binary. Oh, it's crazy. Someone said said she'd watch those vlogs if we decided to do vlogs. There you go. Maybe that's what I need to do. Oh wait,
maybe not. Maybe.
Someone actually quoted what they found on my birthday thingy. They said he has gained popularity there for his electric blend of vlogging entries, including horror theory discussions. There you go. Vlogging entries.
Somebody calling you electric. That's consistent.
Yeah. Maybe it's the same person. Because I think that was updated before the WikiTube thingy.
Electric. Yeah.
Someone said, I think you should have a test on your mental brain health when being isolated. I assume that's mental health, which I think is fair because obviously there's a lot of people that won't be able to speak to people for a fair amount of time.
Yeah.
I would say I've been more social in the past couple of weeks than I have
Yeah,
been
but
in
you're like
months.
the opposite of everything, Eric. Literally, you were literally telling us 3 weeks ago you hadn't seen the coronavirus anywhere, and then when we went to your Twitter, it was like the first thing on the screen, and you were like, "Ignore that."
I don't think it's that big anymore. though, is it?
But, like,
I
I've
think
been
it's died down.
it's
doing
cleaned
a
up.
far amount more online.
Everybody just got
That's
better.
the
Everyone just
social.
got-
Like, you can be
disappeared.
social online. I'm saying I've been more social since it happened. Social
I know,
online.
but I
yes.
don't think most
Okay.
people think like that. Is what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that will probably struggle during this time, which is
Yeah.
why I see where that guy's coming from when he said, some people probably should be checked on. I guess a lot of it though does come down to just, if you're friends with someone and you haven't spoken to them in a while, probably during this time more than ever is probably a good reason to get in touch with them to make sure they're okay. Because you just don't know what's going on in some people's minds, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
What else have we got? The FBI agent, I think, added to a little bit more. I keep saying the FBI agent as if he's an actual
The
FBI agent.
FBI.
Your FBI agent, he's called
Sir.
on YouTube. The surprising thing, though, the truck wreckage was never found. Oh, right. So, what I mentioned earlier, if anyone hasn't heard it yet, we said there was a plane crash that crashed into a truck, I think he said. But he's just said here the surprising thing, though, the truck wreckage was never found, and no radio contact with the truck was ever made. No one ever knew it was there, but it hit something. It's baffling. What was, if you're still here, your FBI agent, tell us what the flight number was again. I kind of want to look into that. If there's any videos online or anything like that,
Yeah.
I'm down to kind of listen to, because that sounds strange that it crashed, but then they never found where it crashed. Is that
What it
right? Is that
crashed
what they were
into?
saying? Yeah, what it
Like,
crashed into.
So I guess they
sound-
saw something, crashed into it, but they never found what they
What it
crashed
was.
into.
Yeah, that sounds like what he's saying. You'll obviously confirm
That's
to us
weird.
if that was true or not.
Yeah.
So yeah, well,
So yeah, he said the black box recording you can hear it hits an object, but we don't know, basically. So it does hit something, but they just do. So wait, they found the black box then, didn't they? So it crashed. So they found the wreckage, but they just don't know what it crashed into.
Yeah. That sounds
I'm a
like
little
what they're saying.
confused. Yeah, that seems to be what it is. Definitely, probably feel like I want to have a look into that now. Someone said you should look up "Welcome to Darkmoor." It's kind of interesting animation, and you guys might find it interesting.
Darkmoor.
You've seen that one, Eric?
I have not.
You have not. I thought he said it was an animation, so I was like, maybe you have. Oh, what
I've
was
seen
that
the
thing?
Owl House recently.
What?
Owl
thing?
House.
It's a Disney cartoon. It's pretty good.
No, you're talking about what I was saying.
Yeah.
It was what's it called? Someone suggested to me it a month ago, but a new animation of it came out. You saw it, Frost, didn't you? It's that one where people were wearing masks like half the time and they were smiling.
I
Happy
do know
Few?
what you're talking about. Yeah.
could
No,
watch one
it's
of
something
those
else. It's
back.
a web series or something.
I know it's not that, but I was like, it just reminded me of that. And I was like, we could probably
Yeah.
play one of those on stream just to show people if they haven't
Somebody
seen
in
it.
chat will know what that is.
Yeah, if you guys,
I can't remember the name.
It really gives me Fallout 4 vibes in a sense. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's,
Wait, was it a
black and
3D
white?
animation?
Yes, I believe.
Are there multiple episodes?
Yes.
Dang it, I don't remember the name, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's like a model family.
Yes, there you go.
Yes.
Model
Okay,
Family.
so there's a model family and you're shown how they grow up.
Yeah. pretty much.
Okay.
That one of those. Yeah. I always
Yeah.
wanted to show that play black back because I think a lot of people that like it. Is
Yeah, it's just
Really-
a matter of finding out which.
yeah, I don't know. I can't remember the
It was
name.
popping up in my recommended like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I watched the entire thing. Because there's multiple episodes.
That's fair. Yeah, well, I watched all the episodes as well, but I was like, we could just play one and watch one back because they are just so cool. And anyone who hasn't,
People are saying Model Citizens is
That's
maybe
it.
what it's called.
I think that's it. That rings a bell. That has to be it.
That does
If
sound
anyone
correct
hasn't
to me.
seen Model Citizens,
Oh, yep, I
um,
found it.
watch-
There
yeah,
it is.
Model Citizens. If anyone in the chat has not seen this, you need to go watch it now. We'll play just like one video here, but I highly recommend you go watch the rest of the videos yourself afterwards.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
so good.
actually gonna go look for the first one.
Is the first one the good one, or is it the latest one that's...
Probably the
'Cause-
latest, but I want to go with the first one because they build up their lore throughout the series, so it'd be a good starting point. But I could just go with Model Citizen.
I'm trying to find the actual video because they've uploaded a few videos there, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they did an explained video, Model Citizen Explained.
Yeah.
So there you go. You don't even need to make a video covering this. Is it Being Pretty that's the first one?
Yeah, I think so. Being pretty.
Yeah, go on, we'll watch that. And then obviously we'll let you guys know. Actually, I think I've got the stream up. I could link the playlist so you guys could actually watch it. You can go and see the playlist afterwards.
Yeah, I'll pop it up on.
Yeah, pop it up on stream and we'll give that a little watch.
Oh,
just to
it's
show
got
you
your
guys.
television. Stop.
All right. So here we go. Muting my mic now.
Perfect. Let's give it a go. It's Model Citizen.
Are we sitting comfortably? Good. Welcome, citizens of Autodale, to this PSA. Children, look around the room. Look at your father. He likes to read the newspaper and kick his feet up after a hard day's work. He provides for your family. Your father is pretty. And then, children, look at your mother. Isn't her cooking splendid? She also keeps the house clean and she reads you bedtime stories every night. Your mother is pretty. And now, children, look at yourselves. You're young, you laugh, you play. You may scrape your knees from time to time. You have friends. You and your friends get up to all sorts of playful mischief. One day, children, you will grow up to be just like one of your parents, and you will build a family of your own. One day, you will be pretty. Now, finally, my pretties, look outside at your lovely neighbors. You're pretty. You're pretty. You're pretty.
Oh yeah, that's
But
what it means
alas,
by
children,
pretty, isn't
not
it? Or something.
everyone is pretty. Some are ugly. We don't want uglies, do we, children? You are ugly. You are ugly. You are ugly. We take the uglies away so that you and your friends and your neighbors and your family can stay pretty. Remember that, children. And this concludes today's PSA, citizens of Autodale. And children, like your parents and their parents before them, always remember to stay pretty.
Apparently the audio might be a bit low. I'm not sure.
Or the audio is a bit quiet. That makes sense.
According to David Lavery, anyway. Maybe he is a liar. Or maybe not.
Someone said, so this is basically Eye of the Beholder from Twilight Zone? I can't remember that name. Which episode is that?
Oh, it's called Eye of the Beholder. from
Well, I know
Twilight Zone.
that, but I meant what the story.
It's the one where they're wrapped in bandages. Do you know that one?
Bandages?
Yeah.
Is that the one where they're all ugly?
Yeah. Except for the,
That's
the
not
one.
the same episode.
Yeah, I know it's not the same.
What's he on about?
But that's what he's trying to say. Is that it's like
Yeah,
the one with
yeah,
the bandages.
okay. I think he's just heard the title and just thought, oh, it's just the same thing because it said pretty.
So, do you guys
Yeah,
want
it
to
is
be
that one.
pretty?
Yeah, okay.
Well,
So that's
Yeah, it's a
that's
dystopian
Model
future.
yeah. I love that personally. I think it's great. I think the only
that's
thing
good.
I always worry about with that kind of thing is, do you kind of point the finger at people? You know, because it says that this is a normal family, this is normal, and this is okay, but anything else is bad. So it
Yeah.
points out that, that's a society that points, you know, that gives people disadvantages to people who are outside the norm. But the thing I worry with this kind of stuff, don't you think it paints people who are just in the norm as a bad thing? Do you think it kind of could do? Because it's saying that obviously different. The message is obviously it's okay to be different, but this is a society we're in where people different get treated badly. But I feel like it can also give the impression that if you're normal, it's bad because you're just following the herd like a sheep.
Not necessarily, I don't think.
No,
I think
I wasn't
like,
sure. It was just kind of.
it's just saying that like they're okay, but everybody should be on a level playing field.
Yeah, they should be on the same thing. That's fair. I could see that.
I think it's more of a message against like ostracizing people for things like being fat, being ugly, being blah blah blah. Like everybody's different,
I
and
think it's stuff that you can't choose. I think it's more about being gay and race and born disabled as well. Stuff that you can't choose. I think that's probably what it's more about.
Yeah.
Or at least
we shouldn't force everyone to the same standards is kind of the core message.
Yeah, exactly.
That can be damaging.
Yeah, it's fair. Either way, I highly recommend you guys check out that show.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's really good. I think it gets better as well as the episodes go on.
I especially like the last episode, like finding
The
out
last
about
episode,
that
I think, was
twist.
superb. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Won't say what it is, but go give that a watch. It's by Dead Sound.
Absolutely. They even have videos, obviously, behind the scenes and stuff. So I highly recommend you watch that stuff as well. Brilliant channel. Really good. Anyway, guys, you guys got any other questions? I saw something during that, but I didn't get a chance to read it all.
They elaborated on that Eye of Beholder idea, which was that it was about a woman that was so ugly they had to perform plastic surgery to make her look better, which is true. But it relates because by saying she looked different, therefore she was ugly, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of...
that's
in
a
this
very
you have
vague way of
monsters,
connecting.
too.
You could...
Yeah, I agree. But I can see where they're coming from now, I guess.
Yeah, it's...
But, like, because she was different. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could say that with a lot of things. You could connect it to a lot of
I
other
can
movies.
see
just
the
because someone was
parallels.
different.
I can see the parallels, but it's not an exact analogy.
Yeah, either way. Someone said, "Hey Jamie, I found your channel about a year ago and have been interested in ARGs. I've been trying to make an ARG, but I can't think of any unique things to add. Do you have any suggestions?" Well, honestly,
binary.
Binary. Put lots of binary. Just make the title binary. It's just simple as that. Personally, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, it's a unique idea is unique, which is probably why you can't think off the top of your head for it.
What I would recommend... Oh, yeah, actually, you're on the right track there. You're probably about to say what I was going to say.
No, go on. What were you going to say?
Probably best to look at the other ARGs that are out there, the ones that you love, ones that you were introduced to, kind of figure out what they did and how it affected the audience, and try to use some of those ideas in your ARG. And the biggest thing with any creative field is that you just gotta do it. Don't try to make your first ARG or your first video or your first anything perfect, because if you try for that, you're going to be disappointed. You're setting up for failure. Just try to get something made and to get some experience in how to do what you want to try and do, so that you can get better as you go along. Make a new one that's this much better. Make a new one that's this much better. Try and build yourself up rather than setting yourself up for failure by expecting a perfect first project. And that's my advice.
That's good advice. I've always kind of said something similar with Alex Bale said it, I think it best in one of the documentaries I think I shared on my channel. The best thing that you can do is to pretty much most people who make their first alternate reality game, they make it pretty much a carbon copy of something they're inspired by. And in a way, you kind of have to go through that in order to understand what works and what doesn't. Most like The Sun Vanished, for example, so many people were inspired by The Sun Vanished, and they ended up making their own Twitter account and stuff like that, and it was pretty much a carbon copy of The Sun Vanished. Even the tweets kind of ended up similar. Like they started with "Hello," the Twitter account is like a black screen, and it's like "Help." The world, people have disappeared or something like that, and it's the apocalypse, but it's the sun hasn't vanished, something else has happened. There's a
The
second
moon has vanished.
Yeah, the moon has vanished. A second moon has appeared. People have vanished. All these different things like the aliens have invaded something. And it's always very similar to the Sun Advance. It's an apocalyptic world. They decided to tweet hello as their first tweet, and then something has happened. But I feel like you have to go through kind of a carbon copy when you're making your first alternate reality game or something, because it's something you've been passionate about and inspired by. And like you said, you've just got to do it. I think you've not got to go in with the intention of wanting it to gain attention. You've got to go in it with the idea that you want to just make it. You want to make it, get an idea, and get a feel for it, because I think, or it.
If you need to, like,
basically
think
like
of it as
anything.
an assignment in school. You're given assignment after assignment to kind of get an idea of how something's done. Don't like feel pressured to get the ARG done, but do know that you're doing it to learn. You're doing it to kind of figure out where things are going, how you can make the best ARG you can. But you have to practice.
Yeah, and also another thing I'd want to add as well is the suggestion that I was actually going to say earlier was, when you watch alternate reality games and the ones that you like, find out what they do a lot of, like potential cliches and things that they overdo, and see if you can actually put a spin on those particular things that get done multiple times. So, for example, there's found footage all the time, always someone filming like their feet as they're running and in the dark, and it's
In a
something
forest?
like that. Yeah, in a forest, or they're moving around and heavy breathing, or there's a glitch, or there's codes that appear. They're
Yes.
cliches that happen so over the top, but see if there's a way you could put a spin on that that's different to the others. That either I'm not saying make a parody account. I mean, although a parody account would be kind of fun, but something that just kind of switches it slightly, that is different. Like, for example, Dad, while he probably didn't do this intentionally, ARGs never broke the fourth wall. They would never acknowledge a YouTube investigator existed. But yet Dad was the first one to break that fourth wall and be like, you guys
Yeah.
are real in this world.
It feels
You
like
are
I Am
not
Sophie has kind of done that as well now.
Yeah, exactly. Now that Dad's done
kind
it,
of
someone
interesting.
else has come in and done something similar, acknowledging that other people. Although, having said that, did they do it with Leon Lush, who might have
Yeah.
not
who
actually
knows?
been? I think he might have been part of the
Similar though.
story, because I mean, Nightmind made a video, but she hasn't responded to him. I don't believe. Anyone in the Discord who is anyone in the chat can probably clarify that if they're a fan of I Am Sophie. They can tell me if I'm right or wrong there. But yeah, Dad was the first one to technically do that. I guess 70 Broad was technically the first one to break character, so to speak. But Dad did it constantly, as if like you're there. Because even 70 Broad, to an extent, he broke character eventually, but then future videos he didn't acknowledge until the game was over. So there's that. Whereas Dad always just acknowledged when a video came out of him. Another thing that he did as well, Binary, for those who don't know, is a big thing that I joke about. I think I got angry at it earlier. I tend to, I do an overreaction to it a lot of
was
the times,
furious.
but I was fuming, but binary is something I get daily when I get suggested an alternate reality game and stuff. It tends to be the person who shares it to me tends to be the creator of the ARG, but they send me theirs and they put codes in their videos, and a lot of the times it's binary. It's because it's like the most obvious code to choose. And Dad ended up using binary as well in his videos, but he gave a reason for why he was using binary, because he's a computer, an AI machine, that the YouTube server is running it. So when you put it in codes, it would be in binary. That's the reason why you would have it. So it makes sense in that way why binary is there. So I guess that would be my advice. If you ever put codes in your stuff in your ARG, make sure there's a reason they
Make
are
it
there.
make
How
sense.
did they? Yeah, how
Within
did they
the world's
get there, so to
context.
speak? Try to make it make sense as much as you possibly can. That's what I would try and say to you, because Dad managed to give it a clever way. There's a few others I think that have given in clever ways. I can't think of off the top of my head, but when it first started and binary stuff, people just kind of put codes in for the sake of having codes, and you don't need that really, is what I'm saying. So yeah, that's my personal advice. Again, I can't give you like original ideas, because original ideas I can't just think off the top of my head of what, hey, this is an original idea that I'd like to see someone do. It kind of just needs to come to you. You know, you look at all the things that people have done for alternate reality games. I mean, Patscop isn't an alternate reality game, but talking about web series and how they blend stuff together, it's really that was groundbreaking, because that wasn't that an actual game? The creator's out now. I assume it was an official game they made for the story, a fake game for PlayStation. That's so
haven't
clever.
seen that done before. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Same with Cat Ghost. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of Cat Ghost, but
Yeah, I never got into Cat Ghost.
it's an animation, and I think that is interesting. I think where that kind of fell a bit was probably its story a little bit, but overall, it's the idea of having an animated, creepy ARG/web series is really cool. And in the link there was a link in the description all the time to a game that would correlate to the episode that was uploaded.
Yeah, I
which
did
is also
think that was clever.
Yeah. So there's just different things like that you can experiment with. And say, I guess Alex Bale is another one that was quite clever with his ARG. He was more of a parody on that kind of stuff. So he could make a Wix website and he could make it look as fake as possible, because that was part of the joke. You know, he literally had a pizza man stock photo image, but the name was still on his face. But that's part of what makes it funnier, because you know, it's nearly knocked my drink over there. But that's part of the joke there, the fact that it's a fictional pizza time. It's a fictional pizza company that is trying to pretend they're real and nothing's and everything's fine. So it kind of fits the story that they just got this really crappy image of a chef and they're talking over it like, yeah, I'm a pizza.
I'm a pizza guy.
Pizza place. Yeah, you could buy from me and trust me. And that makes sense why they'd have a Wix site as well. Like they can't be bothered to actually pay for a real website. They just use Wix. It's you know, in a clever way. I mean, it's perfect for the circumstances you're in at that point, because then you don't have to pay for stuff. But it's also a clever way of just having a bit of fun. You've almost given a reason why you use the Wix site for that, rather than making an official website. Oh my word, there's a lot of chat that's been going on. I hope you guys have enjoyed that little random convo.
Yeah.
Someone said, I bet someone like Lamina would do that. I don't know what we're talking about there, but probably.
What would Lamina do? Yeah.
Probably something.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know what he was actually... I think he was responding to someone in chat there, but Lamino, yeah, he's a good guy. I wanted to try and reach out to him to get him on the podcast, because I think he'd be so cool to interview, just to like listen to. I think he'd be a great guy to talk to, because he's inspiration for a lot of the horror community. I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of people I'm in a group chat with the horror community, and they absolutely love Lamino. There's a lot that want to that really look up to him when it comes to effects and things like that. It's a shame he doesn't know that because they really are. There's so many big fans.
Did you
Big channels.
try
The
and
channel's bigger than me.
contact him for
by the way.
that?
I have, but I never got a response, so I assume that's probably
Oh
where it
no.
ended up saying. People started sending me binary in the chat. Oh no. That's not good.
0111? 0?
Taco. Perfect. That
Yeah.
makes sense. Anyway, I think we've probably probably given a good amount of time of keeping people entertained for the stay-at-home stream and the 10th stream of in a row for the Outside of Mind, even though it's on Inside of Mind this one. We'll probably do it.
Yes.
We'll probably do this every 10 weeks, you know, so that when we get to the big round number, we'll stream on the main channel.
Yep.
Do like I think that'd make sense for us, wouldn't it? Be
Yeah.
good.
Could be.
Someone keeps saying trying for the 6th time or 7th time. Russian fans created Black Mirror inspired short film compilation. Please check this out. Just interested to see the reaction. Yeah, I'm sorry that the chat is going so fast that you had to post it 7 times, but not much I can do with that. But yeah, I'll check it out when I think you sent it on Twitter, didn't you? I'll see. I'll get around to doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've obviously reached the end of the stream. Thank you guys so much for obviously tuning in. We do these streams every Saturday on the Behind the Mind channel. It's there's a link on my channel there somewhere.
I'll
So if you
post
ever
the
want
link
to tune in,
chat as well.
we just do stuff like this, whether it be a Would You Rather or a Let's Play. Maybe I'll do a Let's Play next time. I've wanted to do the Blair Witch, but obviously I don't know how to do it with you guys because obviously it'd be a bit hard for you guys to hear
We'll
everything
play it
and
at
watch.
the same time.
If we all play it at the same time and do different things, so people can watch.
Yes, yes, quite. If we coordinate with the thing and the other stuff.
So Andrew said, "What was your music you used at the beginning of your last video? Please answer." It's my intro music. If you go to the beginning of the stream, you'll actually see that. We go through like the different things of what they're called. So
Yeah.
we talk about the different examples that we had before we chose the find. I assume that's what you're talking about, unless if you're talking about the very, very, very first music. That might have been it. Someone said they just arrived just as we're about to leave. Sorry.
Welcome.
Well, so long, farewell.
I'm so sorry.
Peters and my
Oh, well.
friends.
Lily said they've only been here for 20 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you could go back and watch some of the stream. The stream will still be here. It's not going to be public, though. I'll have it unlisted. Then maybe I'll upload some highlights on the Behind the Mic channel, if there is any. The stream was intense with chat. It'll only happen once every 10 weeks. Don't worry about it, guys. It's completely
Yeah.
fine. We'll have it for when we get... This is stream 10, so the next one will be... The time we'll stream here will be stream 20, so in 10 weeks. So
Unless
2.5
Eric
months.
accidentally streams to this channel next
Yeah,
time.
probably.
Probably will. Probably
Yeah,
will.
I wouldn't be surprised.
In which case you'll be
We,
treated to
we
a
know.
10-second
We know at this
stream.
point.
Yeah, I was just like looking confused.
Have 400 viewers and then just ends.
Oh dear.
All right.
Anyway, yeah. Sorry, I was just reading some of the chat. People were talking about pizza time pizza. So I was
Pizza.
gonna- Pizza time pizza. Good old discussions going on there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week on the Behind the Mind channel. Same live stream, but on Saturday.
Same
have a good
boring
one,
place,
guys.
same boring time.
Obviously,
Wasn't it
yeah.
supposed to be on
Stay
Friday
safe.
or something?
Oh,
Yeah.
Friday. Yeah. Sorry, you've got Friday
maybe-
next week.
Yes, Friday next week at 12.
I love how you had to correct me there, Frost, not Eric, the one that actually organized
It's
it.
just like,
He was
yes.
just letting
I'm
me tell
just
that it was Saturday.
I've been spending my entire weekend working on this schedule. But yeah, I have it at
Click.
12 to 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Friday, the 3rd.
He's having his own little con, basically, guys. So
Yes,
that's
an
what-
online convention
It's gonna be
called
Friday next week
Lunicon.
on the second channel, Behind the Mind. So see you guys later. Have a good one. We're leaving.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.